with a
Nah.
superstar.
He gonna have a better season because Jaden Daniels is better than Brock Purdy. I'll give you that. I'll say that.
Well, if that's the case, if you're doing that, then why you don't give him credit for never really having a quarterback? Period.
So we're gonna say that
I just think he's a wide receiver. I mean, a running back, man. You know his.
Let's all be realistic.
He had a 1,400-yard season, man.
That's one season though, Jason.
That was 3 years ago, though, not last year.
You going off one season though?
How many receivers have done that? That's playing right now. It's not normal.
Not normal.
It's not normal. Name the receivers that's done it.
A 1,400.
That's playing right now.
So didn't Jamar Chase just have like?
That's Jamar Chase. Look who you just went to. Exactly. I'm not saying nobody's done it. I'm saying it's a select few that's capable of doing something.
And I get that,
and
but
he did it with Jimmy G as his effing quarterback. So. All right, what up? What up? Welcome to the All Grind Sports Show, where we are politically incorrect. I go by the name of JC. This is episode 143, I believe, or 4, one of the two. Lose count these days, but it's all right, man. We got my brothers here. It's been like 2 weeks since we've been live here together, so missed y'all. Glad to have y'all back. Make sure y'all continue to rock out with us and tune in. Make sure y'all continue to like, share, comment, subscribe. Y'all could have been anywhere in the world, but y'all here with us. We appreciate that. So this is our free agency frenzy episode. I'm glad we did it this week and not last week because so much has happened just in the last 48 hours alone. So we're going to try our best to get to everything. Anything we miss, we apologize. It's probably going to be some stuff to happen in the middle of the show and probably after we get off the show. It's going to be something crazy that we was just talking about. Happens every year. So, but we got y'all for now until we see y'all next time. And in the meantime, let me introduce my guys. First up, we got the YouTube sensation, one of my OGs and mentors. My guy, Raider Ragu, is in the building.
Peace and love, man. Thank you, man. Thanks for having me, brother. Can't wait to. This is my time of the year right now.
For sure. We ain't even on the draft spit yet. And then we got the big dog repping the Steeler Nation. You know what I'm saying? They done made some moves as well. But we got my guy straight out of Atlanta today, but Brooklyn's finest. Marvin Coop is in the building. What's going on?
Sir, Steeler Nation, the only nation, baby. Welcome in.
Oh, you already started.
I'm fucking with you, right? I'm just playing, right? I'm just playing with you, bro. I'm just playing with you.
That nigga is not playing with you.
Hey, you gotta look at me like, what?
Change that nigga whole energy.
My bad, brother.
The F is this man. Then last but not least, man, we got a last minute call. My guy who pulls up for me as always, man, the youngin'. My boy Jay Will is in the building, man.
Jay Will in the house.
Good, man. How y'all been?
Good,
good, my brother.
Life been life, man.
Say that again. So, before we get cracking, I do got one thing that I want to mention, man. I want to send prayers up and ask for my brothers if y'all can pray for my bro, DeAndre Bryant. I was in the hospital damn near all last night after getting off of work. My boy was practically just sitting in his living room on the Madden playing one of the homies, and a drunk driver came straight through his living room, smacked him and his girlfriend into a second room to where yeah.
What?
So very unusual freak accident. He is, in fair condition right now, but obviously there was some staples and body bruises and spit like that they, they're trying to figure out if he needs surgery right now. So he in there fighting. He was in good spirits when I came up there yesterday. We chopped it up a little bit, made some jokes, all that good spit. So just keep him in your prayers, man. And anybody who's been following me from the AGM podcast, before I even had this, he was the man behind the camera who was filming this for every in-person podcast that we did. So if you go back with me, you're familiar with my guy Drake. So
I'm pray for him, man. That's
yeah.
good.
So
Man,
prayers up for my guy, man. I know you in there fighting. I'll probably be back down there tonight. F with him again. And just wanted to take the moment to say that before we got cracking.
Yo, stay strong, bro.
yeah, prayers up, bro. Yeah, hang in there, man.
Yeah,
This girl, what about this girl? She good too? Or?
Yeah, she's released already, but she did get some staples for a few spots.
Oh.
She wasn't as beat up as he was. So you know,
Yeah.
definitely could have been a lot worse, man. We thanking God right now and just praying that they, you know, persevere even more than they have already. So, and we also thankful that his daughter wasn't there because he just moved in there. She could have easily been there as well. So,
I hate to hear that, man.
yeah.
The car ever ran into that spot before?
No.
That's crazy.
And they had just moved in there, which means it was vacant for a while, and then coincidentally, as soon as he's in for 2-3 days, that happened. So
That's crazy, man.
So yeah, man. We would take a whole episode getting into the whole drunk driver thing. So I'll say that for now. But right now, I just want to keep them prayed up. My bad to start so dark for y'all, but it's been heavy on me. So I just wanted to, send the prayers out to my guy and positive vibes and blessings.
Exactly that.
So while we was doing our intros and all that spit, my guy came right on time. We got the youngin from the So Icy gang, tatted like a biker gang. The guy Andre, the sports junkie. Knew you wouldn't miss no free agency signings.
Oh, fuck no. Hell no. It's podcast motherfucking Monday, you dig?
Yes, sir.
First off, I just want to say glad to be back on the show. Your boy just turned 27 yesterday, so I'm excited.
Oh, happy belated.
Oh, happy birthday.
I
Happy
appreciate
birthday,
y'all.
man.
Happy
I didn't know
birthday.
you was a Pisces.
Going from a young pup to a little pup. That's right.
Growing up, that's what's up.
Yeah, I appreciate you guys, but the coolest thing that my birthday present is being on this show. So that I'm just glad I get to kick it with y'all, man.
Yeah,
Yes,
glad
sir.
to have you back, brother. It's been a minute.
I know.
Yeah, I was
going.
going. Me and Ragu had something planned for you and Isaiah today to hash out that tiebreaker, but Isaiah not feeling the best today, so we're gonna push that off until he does come back,
Okay.
and we'll address that at that point in time.
Out of all
for
people,
now-
me and him tied.
I hope you
Yeah, I
feel
know
better.
that was crazy because you had to come back on. But
Hope you feel better too, Isaiah, man. Stay up.
yes, sir.
Yeah, man.
And that being said, man, let's get right to it. We're gonna go to what I deem to be the move of free agency so far, which also has a funny backstory to it. That I'll let Ragu talk to y'all about in a minute. But we got Devontae Adams to the Los Angeles Rams. Who the
Wow.
F seen that coming?
I did.
Somebody did.
I didn't see that.
You want to talk
Not
to him,
at
Ragu,
all.
or you want me to tell him?
Nah, you can tell him. You can
So-
tell him how it went down.
I'm doing my regular rounds of spit. You feel me? Hollering at everybody about the podcast. Everybody to come through. So, sometimes me and Ragu get a little caught up. End up on the phone for some hours. This happened to be one of them days. So we chopping it up, and he say something about insiders that he got and some of the potential landing spots for Tay.
Right.
He asked me, what you think about him going to the Rams? And I said, nah, nigga, that ain't happening. Like, ain't no way. We ain't even got rid of Cooper Kupp yet. We still sitting on that pause. So I don't see that. Like, if anything, I think I mentioned like the Niners, some other spit. I went on the tangent. Like, that nigga ain't coming here. Like, Ragu's like, man, don't count that out. There's, I've heard from my sources, he's trying to stay on the West Coast, man. So don't be so quick to just brush it off. And I did it anyway. I was like, nigga, that nigga ain't coming here. We moved on to the next topic. Literally right before we was finna get off the phone, Ragu like, CJC, I told you, nigga. Yo, listen to me. Like, what? Adams just signed to the Rams with a 2-year deal. He said the numbers and all that shit. I go fact check. I'm like, let me go to Google, see what this nigga talking about. I don't see Smith. And then I look a little bit under that on Twitter, and it said like 53 seconds ago, literally, Rappaport reports that Adams is going to the Rams. But that was my funny backstory to the news.
Yeah, man. Ear to the street in the NFL, brother. Ear to the street, man.
Pop the Smith. I wish we would have been live on Raider Ragu or something, man. You could have, you know what I mean? Got you a little more buzz for that.
No better if that would have been the case.
Right, I'm going to have to start using you as a source, man.
Right.
You out there before Rappaport.
Yeah, man. Hit me up, man.
Because that definitely was. I'm a Rams fan, and I was the furthest thing from my mind. I was talking other receivers and Smith. You know what I mean? As far as real possibilities. Even after Tay got released, I wasn't thinking like, you know, it's possible.
You was like, specifically, you was like, Niners. Oh, yeah, I can see that.
I literally said I could see the Niners. Like, I could see that fit, but
I'm like,
they're
man.
not coming over here.
The Niners was kind of like the last resort. You know.
Yeah.
It was really Chargers, Rams, Cardinals.
I didn't see Chargers at all either. With the system that Harbaugh running and him crying about, you know, targets.
Yeah.
I didn't see
But,
that.
you know, they got a good quarterback, so I could see him not being mad at going this year.
Yeah, and McConkey did ball last year, so, you know, I could get some numbers still.
But then McVay was like, man, please, man, y'all tripping. Let me step in here. Let me step in here and show y'all.
Nah, that would have been wild for him to go to the division rival. Like, damn, I didn't even think about that.
Him and old Les Snead. I could imagine the conversation. He like called him like, Les, man, make that shit happen, man.
So talk to me,
like,
brothers.
Les like, say less.
Talk to me, my brothers. What y'all think of the move? How y'all view it? Me and Ragu kind of already talked about what our place was, so we could wait.
I saw right when I saw it, I was like, yeah, you finna talk your stuff on the podcast. That was like the only thing I was thinking of because it was like Rams related. I was like, man. But that's a good move. I don't know how I view the Rams now. With that addition, that's kind of scary. You got that wide receiver core. Is Coop coming back, right?
No.
He's not coming back? He gone?
He's all but gone.
But it also makes sense as to why they did go ahead and re-sign Stafford. I feel like had they not got Adams, I don't know if Stafford would have came back or the Rams would.
Well, Stafford was already restructured before that.
Really? But I feel like mainly due into part because they feel like they were going to get Adams. And
I would say like this, Jay Will, if I don't think Adams has any interest if Stafford hadn't signed.
Yeah, there's that too. I agree.
Yeah. I think we see Devontae Adams as an Arizona Cardinal probably, or a San Francisco 49er if Stafford hadn't re-signed with the Rams.
Because the report is, which Ragu had already said it, but I did see it today, that Adams was trying to stay on the West Coast. That was his goal, to stay close to home. So, you know, that did narrow down kind of to our teams. I'm sure if somebody had an offer he couldn't refuse, maybe he goes somewhere else. But
y'all saw that house on the Receiver show. That's a nice house, man. He that's his last crib. He's saying that he wanted to raise his kids in and all that, and that's in Vegas. So he didn't want to be far from there. He's almost done.
When I saw that, I went to Facebook to JC's page to see if he made a damn post so I could talk about it then and not on here.
It's because I was on the phone with this nigga.
I know. I was like waiting. I ain't gonna lie, JC. I even refreshed it a few times. I was like, he gonna say something. He gonna say something. He can say shit. And then I was waiting for a call. I was like, maybe he'll call me and say some shit. Or I was like, I'll just wait. But I think that's a scary move. A great playmaking addition to the Rams. That offense is going to be top 3 next year. Don't know where y'all gonna move Cooper Cup, but those two, Puka and Devontae, wow, that's crazy work. Who gonna get number 17 though?
I didn't even think
They gonna
about
duke it out
that,
for 17, JC? They gonna duke it out for 17?
I didn't think about that.
Nah,
I mean, he coming. You can't come to another man's house who's the receiver one talking about, yeah, let me get that up off you.
right.
You coming in with all pros. You coming in with a contract 1 year's worth. Your boy's whole thing.
But Puka is still more of a priority for the Rams than Devontae, based on their situations.
If I make as much in 1 year as you have made in the league to this point, I can buy the number from you.
I was saying that too. Like he probably could buy the number from Puka if he.
So it's a matter of how much do Puka care about that number.
Puka gonna be number 8 or something, nigga. Watch.
He gonna be like, nah, nigga, you just got here.
Ain't that verse number?
Well, he definitely ain't gonna be that. I was saying
I was about to say
1 plus 7 is 8, but he gonna be something besides 17. If Devontae wants it, I'm sure there's a number where who could be like, shit, yeah, here, bro.
Like F this number.
Was he number 17 at BYU?
I didn't know it was BYU.
Yeah, he was 17 at BYU.
Oh, so maybe the number does mean
something to him. Yeah,
we'll see.
Yeah, because that's a good point. Because at least if he has something else in college, he can be like, "Well, I had that for this reason, so let me just go ahead back to my roots." You know what I mean?
Yes. And sometime in the league, you just end up getting a number. You know what I'm saying? You don't even,
especially when you're a 5th round rookie. It's like
exactly. So,
it ain't like you coming in there like, yeah, nigga, this is my number, like a 1st round pick can do. You know what I mean?
Right.
He said that number is his family number, so I don't know. That's gonna be a tough number to shake.
Oh wow.
Puka?
Yeah. It doesn't specify like how, but
look, man, money talk, bullshit walk.
See, man.
He runs a marathon as far as according to Nino Brown.
You can have the number as long as we win.
It'd be interesting to see another Devontae Adams number on jersey, sales wise. That would be a trip.
Well, as far Coop and Jay Will, y'all might surprise me with what my initial reaction was. I wasn't immediately, just through the roof excited. It was kind of like I was like, I was like, let me process this for a second.
I'm like, what the hell is wrong with you?
Yeah, I had to take a second, man. Just, for one, I didn't kind of pop my spit about Tay and some of his antics in the last year or so. So there's that. You know what I mean? So I was thinking about that. Adams is still a very damn good receiver. He's had some not so ideal situations that may have not made him look the same way. But nonetheless, he is a decade plus in. So that thought comes to my mind of like, is this going to be, I don't think he's going to be the receiver one anyway, but, is this going to be, what Snead and McVay have in mind as far as being that true threat, you know what I'm saying, to maybe get Puka more open or vice versa. So it could go either way. It could work beautifully and be exactly what Coop just said and be a top 3 offense in the league.
Let me ask you a question, JC. Let me ask the panel a question. Really, mainly you though, because you're the Ram fan, and the panel really hasn't spoke on it. But Coop did kind of say that it was scary and kind of referring to not liking that shit.
Mm-hmm.
Why wouldn't Stafford, McVay, and Devontae Adams all be thinking Super Bowl? Why wouldn't they right now, bro?
100%.
Because you seem to be thinking that this is some regular type signing where all I keep saying is the Rams got the ball back in the snow in Philadelphia with a chance to beat these guys.
And here's the thing too, Ragu. I don't mean to cut you
Who
off.
out the command?
Yeah.
Now the Rams have Devontae Adams and all those other guys that they had.
Oh yeah, Devontae Adams and the Rams is crazy.
Super Bowl.
Yeah, because JC, y'all just a playmaker away.
As a Ram fan, I don't get it.
Because y'all just a playmaker away from real. Y'all a playmaker away.
Thank you so
That's
much.
all I gotta do.
If that game is in Inglewood, the Rams win.
Exactly.
I also think like JC, I heard you say this. I think a couple of episodes before, but like really in a situation like this, for like being a contender, it's like a 2 to 3 year window. You know what I mean? So why not go ahead and try to go ahead and get Devontae Adams? Because Stafford
And we had like 2 windows.
You know what I mean? So like while you still have that window to go ahead and win a championship, why not bring in a Steven or a Devontae Adams who also probably has a couple good years left in him? And
Absolutely.
Well, I'm not opposed to the move considering that. I mean, we practically like he just walked in. It ain't like we had to give up picks or some super amount of the cap. You know what I mean? Like, I mean, we're about to lose our pass receiver once upon a time to bring in Tay to pretty much fill that spot. So I see why the move was made, and I'm not saying I take issue with the move, but maybe that's what it is, right? I'm probably not thinking what Ragu is, where I'm just straight going to Super Bowl.
So when they made the deal, that's where my mind went immediately. I thought about that little snow on the ground. They got the ball back. And you talking about Coop talking about he went to Facebook to see if you was talking shit. I was already rolling my eyes like, oh fuck. The Rams are about to beat the Eagles, bro, in the playoffs, and we gotta do a fucking show with JC about this shit. And unfortunately they made a couple plays and they stopped y'all, but now y'all add Devontae to that drive. Let's just say that same drive, bro.
I think I still want like a Ramsey on our team. Like I want a lockdown corner. Like we still had issues, with our secondary throughout the season, and we had a lot of growing pains. Now, to be fair, they did clean it up a little bit towards the end of the season, and especially in the playoffs, but. That's something that I feel is our biggest necessity.
The Eagles was with the DB.
Against the Eagles specifically, you're absolutely right.
Oh, okay.
Absolutely.
As a football guy,
and we did make a signing. I forgot dude from the Chargers. They said he's a great run stopper. We did just get him. So
Puna.
Yeah. Thank you.
Puna 4.
No, I won't.
Right. So I guess we did somewhat try to address that, but really it was just the Eagles. It ain't like everybody was getting 100+ yards on us or nothing like that. But
the Eagles didn't get 100+ yards.
Shut up, nigga. I was talking about other teams.
I'm saying,
Somebody asked you all that.
But maybe JC also thinking like it's a paper game on paper. You need to see it.
Out of all people, Ragu, you should be preaching out.
Maybe that's what I'm saying, Ragu. Maybe he needs to see some proof first.
Hey, and Ragu, what did I tell you on the phone?
I was gotta see how he performs in between the lines.
Ragu, did I not say just like with Brian and Luka? I said, maybe I need to see it on the field first.
You did say that. You did.
That's exactly what I told him.
You did make that correlation on this, and this is damn near like that.
But just for the record, I'm not mad at it whatsoever. Like I'm just kind of.
But you just want to see how he performs,
right? And we're not done. And we still got signings and a draft.
That's got the whole draft.
We're not done. So I would say holla at me in July. You know what I mean? Then we talking. And you know how it gets once we get closer to the prediction episode. Niggas start getting a little more bold.
Because JC, when that trade first went down, I think I sent you a text. I was like, "What?"
I was on the phone. I was on the phone with this nigga. I was. You wasn't the only one. I had me and Ragu found out probably 5-6 minutes later. The text started rolling in. Like, oh damn, nigga, I know you happy and all type of shit.
Well, that's where when I saw it, I just was instant. I was like, I feel like JC's happy, but also at the same time, he like Marv said, it's a paper game. You got to
Also,
see.
JC,
Let's also be honest. It's not like I get the context and stuff. It ain't like Tay's coming fresh off a 1,500-yard season or something like that, and then now, you know what I mean? Like if this would have been after that first year on the Raiders, and then you know what I'm saying, and then he came, then I probably would have had that energy. I knew you was gonna do this.
But also too, you got to look at it too, JC. That move is strictly because you got Coop going, so I mean, at least he can fill in.
If Cooper Kupp wasn't out the door, I don't think
that move gets made.
Yeah.
and then speaking of Cooper Kupp, apparently the Rams are trying to trade him instead of releasing him before the new season, the new league year starts, whenever that is.
Yeah, Coop is pretty. He's all but gone.
That's
They
next
made
week,
that clear.
Jay Will.
You said what? You said
That's next week, I believe, next Monday.
Yeah, they told Cooper Kupp basically like start to make arrangements with your family. It's we love you, but it's time. I'm not a fan of them doing him like that, but hey, it's a business, man. We're trying to win Super Bowls. So it's unfortunate. I'm gonna miss him, but he's been hurt a lot in the last 3 years. Let's be real.
Breaking news: the Browns got their quarterback. They got Kenny Pickett now.
Oh, and you know what's funny? I knew somebody was gonna do some bullshit like that at some point, trying to be funny. I just knew it, and it would be cool.
Ain't it sick though that man got a ring too?
Why is it sick?
Not sick. I'm just
He
saying
went-
that's
yeah, he
just
was a
crazy.
backup,
Sick as
man.
in like that's crazy. Sorry, I should have put more context. That's just crazy to think.
And that nigga won a game at the end of the season. What you mean? That nigga earned his ring.
Probably gave some great scout team looks for the
He
Yeah.
played good. He played good in
for
that
the defense.
He played
Yeah.
good.
You earned them rings in practice, man.
He was probably grinding out on that practice field too.
Scout team. Shout out to the scout team of the Eagles. He had to be Stafford. He had to be Mahomes. He had to be all them guys that they played. So he earned that ring, and good for him in Cleveland. So cool. We has just talked about this too. Does that mean they're gonna skip on the? That's still. Let me tell you. I'm gonna say it right now. I'm not even gonna ask the damn question. I'm just gonna say the answer. I still don't believe that they're not gonna pick Shador or Ward.
Right. I don't think so.
Oh yeah. You know what?
I think they will.
Hey, you know what, Coop? I take all that back. That does matter in that aspect because they still got the Deshaun situation. He's probably not playing next season, right?
I think he's already out.
Yeah, he's not playing next season. So
I mean, even if he is, they're done with him. They would.
they
have
haven't
him
said
sit
that
there
yet,
as a
though.
backup.
Technically, they have not said we're cool on Deshaun.
Well, to be honest with you, JC, they was focusing on the Myles Garrett situation. They probably didn't have no time to really speak on Diddy Watson.
I haven't tried.
So they probably they was too busy focusing on what's his name right now. So they ain't had time to really focus on my man's.
See, if Miles would have actually left, then you could have sold
This
me on
nigga's-
the whole Abdul Carter thing, right? You feel me? You could have sold me on the Abdul Carter
man.
pick if Miles would have actually left. But now that they
Right.
re-signed Miles for all that money, they bluffing, bro, about not selecting a quarterback. They're bluffing.
So Kenny is their veteran backup for Cam
Yep.
or Shador,
Yep. He may even start.
or it might be the start. Yeah, or it might be the
Yeah.
starter.
He been
They might not believe in you and Isaiah, saying get your butt out there right away.
Zach Williams to the Dolphins, by the way.
Who?
Zach Williams, Zach Wilson to the Dolphins, by the way.
Okay. That's a
Who?
Exactly.
that's a
I still got
famous-
I ain't gonna lie, I forgot Zach Wilson was even in the league.
You ain't never lied.
I forgot all about him.
at least he didn't say breaking news before that.
That's fair. That is fair.
I meant to ask you though, why do you not think the Browns are going to get a QB this year? Why
Who?
don't you?
Who said that?
Whoever said that? Somebody said they don't.
Nobody said that, Jay.
Ragu said he thinks that
He
they
don't
might be
think
bluffing.
they're not
about
fooling
saying
nobody.
that
They're gonna
not
get a QB.
getting
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I was sure.
Yeah, because I
Anything,
say
that's Tyrell.
Jay Will with them getting Abdul Carter at 2. That's why.
Yeah.
I've even seen, Tennessee not picking a quarterback. But we know all that shit they're lying, man. They're going 1 and 2.
They just don't want to tell the whole world they're playing.
Yeah, they're going
even though we already kind of know.
I mean, sometimes you put certain things out for leverage. You know what I mean? Maybe people make more aggressive offers to, get you up out of there. Pause.
That makes sense though, because like I said, that that pick is still technically on the trade market. The Titans said so.
Technically, until April.
Yeah, I think
We're just gonna see what happens.
the Giants could probably trade for that number 1 pick.
That's what
Anything could happen.
I mean, why?
Get a quarterback.
You think they drafting a black quarterback?
They had Tyrod Taylor a couple years ago. Maybe they learned their lesson.
Maybe they.
I feel like Russ or Rodgers is going to New York.
Russ or Rodgers.
Russell Rodgers can go to New York. Yeah.
I mean, Malik would love that. Would be nice. Let's talk, Coop.
Yes, sir. About what?
You know where I'm going.
Oh, DK. DK. Oh my goodness. So
how we feeling, man?
I didn't believe it at first. My daughter texted me said some, and my daughter's 4, y'all, so don't laugh. I don't know guys going to the Steelers, Dad. I'm like, what? Because DK.
I don't know guy.
I don't know guy, and I'm like, what?
Yeah, adorable.
I was like, all right, whatever. She's 5. I just kind of like brushed her off. Then Tanner texted me saying DK. I was like, what is up with y'all DK? What the hell's going on? Then I looked at my phone. I'm like, oh, this is what are you talking about?
So you didn't hear the rumors that it was
gonna go
possible?
Man, I heard it, but I don't believe it until I see it.
Niggas do be saying anything out there too. You right.
Rumors is rumors, man. That's what
you got to realize too. Yeah. Some people post fake news too.
But yeah, I mean, we're not done yet though.
Yeah,
we need somebody to throw it to him. Pause. So we got to figure.
Oh yeah, because Darnold went to Seattle now.
Yep, Seattle has got Darnold. So we got.
So who's on the? It's been a lot going on. So. Yeah. Pardon me, but who is I guess the top QB on the market as of this moment right now?
Russ or Rodgers is going to the Steelers.
He's not asking you. I'm asking you, nigga. But OG is right though. OG is right. One of them niggas is gonna be our quarterback, and
y'all gonna bring Russ back after that playoff performance?
I'm staying out of this.
He's staying.
I'm just saying, like
it's I mean,
clearly Minnesota saw Darnold's playoff performance and said, "Yeah, we good." So I would think y'all would do the same, but even worse because Russ is in his mid-30s. At least Darnold still prevalently young.
Yeah, it's either it's going to be.
Coop knows the plan, bro. He just don't want to. He don't want to tell y'all. He don't want to think it. He think
I have to keep quiet in situations like this. And I even got a scared feeling that picture you sent me. Daniel Jones probably has to be on our roster. I don't know.
He's not still on Minnesota technically as of right now, or is he a free agent?
Linebacker Malik Harrison
he's going to. I think he is a free agent right now. He's not on the practice squad.
Malik Harrison to the Steelers.
I ain't gonna lie. If y'all go Daniel Jones, that's foul.
Daniel Jones. I even told Ragu.
I think if y'all do that, that might be the last straw for that front office to just be like, all right, like this, y'all done lost it.
If Daniel Jones comes there, it's just the bed. Everybody fired. I guarantee you.
Yeah. The owner's gonna be like, all right, enough is enough. Like, let's start from scratch.
So, Coop, got a question for you, my guy.
Yes, sir.
So who's wearing 14?
Everybody getting their turn.
Who's wearing 14? I don't know. I don't
got
know.
Two hotheads over there battling for that number.
Tanner asked me that same question. He's like,
who's the number one?
Who's gonna wear number 14? I was like, I don't know, bro.
Who's the better receiver?
Between those two? They both equally. I ain't gonna lie.
You can say Pickens got a higher ceiling. I mean, kind of debated.
But
I don't know. Maybe I ain't never. I know Coop like DK, but I ain't never
DK
really been
my
so
guy.
big on DK like that.
I've never
DK,
been-
my guy.
So
DK
I
probably
don't
gonna
know.
wear. DK would wear a different number.
Y'all know the first time I ever debated Coop in sports ever, we were talking about DK.
Dang, how funny.
He had DK over Julio when it was controversial to say that.
I sure did.
And he said
So
that confidently.
it's full circle, man.
I sure did.
3-4
Life-
years later,
Life is funny, isn't it?
man. Now he
I think
understood.
that's controversial.
Because he wasn't that at that time. He wasn't.
Y'all talking about a man that called Aaron Rodgers a system quarterback.
Hey.
Who called him that?
I did.
Yeah,
my
Rodgers
boy
is a
been
system
wilding out. My
quarterback.
boy been wilding out. Y'all don't know. My boy been wilding out in these streets.
So
man.
you mean to tell me? So hold on. So 2021, Julio Jones was still a top 2 receiver. Is that what you're telling me? In 2021, when I actually said it,
When you said that,
yeah, was he a top 2 receiver?
I
that time?
think that summer we still thought he was.
Yeah, y'all thought, but y'all
At
didn't look
that
at no
time,
numbers.
yes, we still thought he
But
was
y'all didn't
until
look
the
at no
season
stats or
started.
nothing, though, did y'all? Y'all just wanted to argue with me.
No, it was the season based on the information we had at the
Uh-huh.
time. 1,000% that was what he was considered.
No,
Based on the information we had at the time.
Julio.
Once the season started and the season went on, all right, yeah, this ain't the same Julio. That was the beginning of the end.
he was garbage in 2022. He was
never really a
2020.
Julio guy. It's all right.
I was a big fan of Julio, but he just was not that in 2020 and 2021.
And maybe you was hearing too many niggas dick eating because you was in Atlanta. So maybe you didn't like that shit.
I didn't care what these sorry ass Falcons fans think. I tell them all the time. I tell them all the time. Fuck you, fuck Yossi, Falcons, Hawks, Bulldogs. They all got this.
Damn. You just want all the smoke.
Oh, Marv, real quick. I'm glad. Remember how we asked you a few months ago how it is being in Atlanta, and you're like, I don't. Georgia fans are something else.
Yeah, I tortured
My
Georgia fans all the
dad's
time.
best-
Just like how when I was in New York, I tortured the Giants fans.
So my dad's best friend, who he hasn't seen since high school, came by, and he lives in Atlanta, and he was like, I'm like, oh, you live in Atlanta, Georgia? And he was like, yeah. I'm getting the fuck out of here. He goes, the fans are terrible. He goes, if you think Boston/LA bad, he goes, they up there.
Damn.
He goes, I can't stand their fans.
Okay.
He goes, when they win, that shit talking is on another level.
I got family. I believe it. I do believe it. But I got family that's season ticket holders for all them teams you talking about.
I'm sorry.
He said, I'm sorry.
This nigga got matter of fact, like y'all well, I don't know. I know y'all not like super basketball heads, but I don't know if y'all remember when Iguodala hit that game winner on Atlanta and then was looking in the stands pointing at somebody. That was my cousin who was going off talking spit in Iguodala's head the whole entire game, front row. And Iggy found that nigga when he hit that game-winning 3. So these is like, they embedded in Atlanta sports. So I know how the spit talking go for sure. But I love Atlanta. I don't have a negative thing to say about that city.
Yeah, no.
Thank God
I
for
was
the
just
break.
when he said that, I instantly thought of Marv. I was like, damn, Marv, you saying the same thing.
So cool. You sounds like you want to wait and see approach as well.
Yeah, I need to, like you said, holler at me in August when we do the prediction.
That's right.
Yeah, I'll talk to y'all about. Matter of fact, I'm gonna even skip the prediction show this year.
Oh damn, cool like that.
I ain't giving no
It
predictions.
depends on who y'all court. I think who y'all.
I ain't
y'all
giving
get on at
predictions on
quarterback.
the Steelers. They ain't giving.
If y'all sign Daniel Jones, you for sure skipping out.
Nah,
Hey,
I'm
Mark,
telling you right now, March 10th, 6:39 Georgia time. I am skipping.
Jay Will, real quick before we get into these other teams, any possible chance at all y'all give up on the AR project?
Oh, it's already been reported. We've been, trying to see if we can deal them out, but so far, no teams are really like,
Oh, so y'all are actively trying to.
Yeah.
Wow.
They said,
So y'all are done with the project after what,
It's no
2-3
guarantee.
years?
There's no guarantee that he even starts next year. We're trying to bring in some QB competition to kind of see,
That's crazy.
Wow. So cool. What you think about that possibility?
Think about what? Think about what? Think about what? Yeah,
You wouldn't try to take a chance at young
Hell
AR?
no, I want that failed experiment. Get out of
Look,
here.
Is
AR
that really failed
he
though?
may be cheap
That
though.
failed
That's-
experiment.
yeah, hell
Is that
no.
really failed, or did he get a fair? See, this is the problem now. With
No,
the NFL.
So hold on, time out. You're willing to? Okay, you just said you're an NBA guy. I'm an NFL guy. You really gonna gamble on a guy who really pulled himself out the game and said, "I'm tired." You really gonna take a chance on that?
Touche.
But Mark, you have to think he may be cheap though. That's the thing about it. AR may be
cheap
cheap.
shit,
Probably get him
no,
like a fifth, sixth round.
That
No, but that's a nasty.
that kind of
number
tarnished
two
your
on that.
legacy a little bit. If you even built a legacy, that really kind of like tarnished your name. You pulling yourself out of games.
Was it because he was tired or hurt though? It was because he was tired.
I don't know. I wasn't there. I just know the bitch pulled himself out because he's like, I'm tired. Who does that though? I'm sorry. This is football. At the end of the day, like I said, technically, somebody who played the game, I felt disrespected. If I ever would have said that to my coach, I would like,
I ain't never in my life in no sport said no.
My coach would have been like, "All right, you can go home."
I've had
Yeah, I was
arguments
about to say,
about.
you say that, you
I
ain't
can't hear a
playing.
quarterback saying that at that man who's still trying to
If
fight.
anything, players get mad at getting pulled out, even if it's only 4-5 minutes. You still like, damn, coach, right now, like that's the argument. If anything, that nigga argued to come out.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. That's not. I'm sorry. That's some soft shit. That's some sucker shit.
Okay.
I
So that's a hard no on AR.
major hard pause. No, hell no. Matter of fact, hell no. Fuck that.
Okay.
No.
You really pulled yourself out the game. That's
I would ask
crazy.
Ragu, but y'all finally have filled y'all quarterback vacancy for at least the near future. So, no point in asking that. But he might have to be a backup a year or two before he gets.
No,
if he gets a
I try
chance
to do
to
that. Ragu, would you take a chance? But Ragu, am I lying though? As football guy, you and I played the game, right? Would you want to gamble on somebody who did that?
That did what? That pulled us out.
Yeah, because I'm tired. Would you want to do that?
Nah, you don't do that.
Yeah, you just don't do
I
that.
would be afraid to do
Something
that.
You just don't do
It's
it, right?
niggas that fight to stay in the game and they be hurt,
Right.
let alone tired.
That's what I'm saying, man. Why?
Like that's.
I mean,
that's
you
some fucking shit to
in
pull
those
yourself out.
situations, like if you ball,
Yeah.
like you play linebacker, right? That's when you go to the other backer and be like, "Hey, bro, just play right here, man.
Yeah.
Hold me down real quick, man. I'm Mickey right now. I'm trying to catch my breath. Whatever you say,
Right.
but you don't go run out the game.
No, you don't give up on your squad like that.
Be like, bro, I'm tired. I'm bad. I'm winded on this.
And can you imagine his teammates probably looking over like, bro, we need you. Why are you?
That's what I'm saying. He probably lost all credibility with that. Like in the locker.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's just.
So
not me.
So at this point, you like, nigga, I'll take Daniel Jones over that.
I ain't saying all that. Nah.
Jay, you would.
He trying to put hella words
I mean,
in
at this
his
point,
mouth.
I know, right? You got a lot to think about there.
He didn't have this energy for Daniel Jones. That's why I asked that.
I just told my man. I just told.
Different circumstances.
And here's the crazy part, JC. I was talking to my man, one of my mentors too, Ray the Ragu here, earlier about how I'm always dogging these people and they always end up on our roster somewhere.
Yeah.
So you gotta stop. So you gotta stop.
I
popping
said
niggas.
I got flamed on TikTok about the whole system of Aaron Rodgers. I talked shit about Daniel Jones, then you text me that. I was like, oh, these motherfuckers really end up on our roster somewhere. And
Might be both.
interesting people might see this and he gonna probably be on that shoe. So I'm like, fuck it. I ain't gonna say nothing else. If that's the case, hey, Justin Jefferson, come on the stage.
No, you gotta talk Smith though. You gotta say
that's how it
Jefferson
went.
ain't really like that.
I heard that.
Tyreek is really better. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
That's how you gotta pop.
That's how we gotta talk. I don't like I said, JC, and all in all, it's just we still got work to do. We still got work to do. Figure out the quarterback situation.
Absolutely.
Figure out what we're gonna do with Najee, and figure out who we're gonna draft.
But you know what? As Steeler fans, y'all have been begging for a receiver too from quite some time. So at least they address that.
In this case, who the number 2? Who the number 1?
You got 2 number 2s.
You got 2. Because even like when they was saying that Deontay Johnson,
I like Pickens over DK personally, but
because Pickens is young and hungry, but he's still an idiot at the end of the day. He has to get his shit together.
I was confused because I thought maybe I'm tripping, but I thought I was hearing that y'all might be done with him, possibly.
That's what I heard too. And when I heard about the DK, I was like, is Pickens gonna go? But as far as I'm concerned, I don't think they're gonna move on.
Yeah, it sounds like that's gonna be the duo.
Because he now at the end of the season he was getting his shit together. Like after that Christmas game, he wasn't doing the dumb shit that he was doing. So we'll see what happens.
Debo to DC. This might be like the first big move that was made.
Rotation.
JD and that's crazy. That's a crazy.
Nigga Ragu.
So you're gonna have Debo.
Why y'all be doing Debo like that?
Did you see Debo at the Super Bowl?
Yeah,
last time he was there.
I saw
at the Super Bowl. He looks.
He was at the Super Bowl, literally.
He looks like a tight end.
Dang.
I'm sorry.
I mean, Debo, he got all the way till September, man.
He a running back.
Yeah, right. Debo is
running backs don't put up 1,400 receiving yards regularly.
When did he do that?
It's a long time ago, man.
3 years ago.
That was 3 years ago. Brady was still in the league, my guy. I don't care about that no more.
You called him a running back, though.
The thing is this.
He a running back, man.
It don't mean nothing if he's not healthy. It sounds good, but he ain't been healthy. It's like that one solid year that he had was the 1,400 go. But other than that, if you can't stay healthy, man, it means absolutely nothing. I told this Bobo Commander fan that when I was on TikTok like a couple weeks ago. Who cares? If your boy can't stay healthy, if Debo can't stay healthy, then
well, it ain't like he's there to be the. It's not like he's there to be the guy.
Right?
Got Scary Terry over there.
And it's gonna be tough to be stay healthy when you are running back in denial.
Why you keep calling him a running back though? Like, what is he? What running back numbers he's putting up that makes you say that's a running back?
Best when they hand him the ball, man. The routes are garbage.
That's funny as hell.
He's a system wide receiver. All right, I'm gonna tell you that right now.
Now, if I would have said that, then it would have been some shit.
And he's the best.
I'm letting him finish.
When is Debo his best? Out there running routes, going deep, or when they hand him the little reverses and whatnot? I'm asking the panel.
It depends. When they need it, then that's when it's at its best. It wasn't at its best when CMC came through the door.
All right,
they handed him the ball.
What you say, Coop?
I'd say, like I said, just that 1 year. Other than that, I've never been impressed with Debo, to be honest with you. He can't stay healthy.
Do you feel like he's at his best running routes, getting downfield, catching the ball, or when they're handing him the ball on those trick plays and whatnot?
When they hand him the ball, he's not a deep threat. When they hand him the ball, I feel like that's his best. My opinion. Just my opinion.
Jay Will, what you say, Jay Will?
I gotta disagree with that. I'd rather have him as a receiver. I gotta disagree with you on that one, Ragu.
What you say, Dre?
I think Debo is more. I think he's more like receiver.
Yeah. All right. Well, I said what I said.
I don't
it's tough to stay healthy when you like a pseudo.
But I don't.
But that's the thing. He has to stay healthy.
I actually think Debo is gonna have a way better season than y'all think he is. Now that he doesn't have the pressure of being the number one guy, playing with a
Nah. He gonna have a better season because Jaden Daniels is better than Brock Purdy. I'll give you that. I'll say that.
Well, if that's the case, if you're doing that, then why you don't give him credit for never really having a quarterback? Period.
So we're gonna say that
I just think he's a wide receiver. I mean, a running back, man. You know his.
Let's all be
Ragu,
realistic.
he had a
here.
1,400-yard season, man. That's
one season though,
That
JC.
was 3
You gonna
years
go off
ago,
one
though,
season,
not
though?
last year.
You going off one season though?
How many receivers have done that? That's playing right now. It's not normal.
So,
Not
like,
normal.
It's not
really-
normal. Name the receivers that's done it.
A 1,400.
That's playing right now.
So didn't Jamar Chase just have like?
That's Jamar Chase. Look who you just went to. Exactly. I'm not saying nobody's done it. I'm saying it's a select few that's capable of doing something.
And I
like
get that,
and
but
he
I'm
did it
also-
with Jimmy G as his effing quarterback. So how does that not count as that's an elite? That was an elite receiver at one point.
But again, that was 3 years
It's
ago.
not no
We're worried
effing running
about.
back.
We're worried
Here's
about
the thing,
last.
though.
We're worried
That's
about this
going
year.
off one season in his best season only. He hasn't done it since though.
We're worried about this
Or
year.
before
Not 3
that.
years ago.
I'm not saying that
But
that's
one
still
year-
Debo right now.
He
That's
never
not
gonna
what
do
my
that
point
shit
is.
again. So if Debo wasn't the guy that be catching the doing all of the reverses and the little runs, would you even be thinking about him as like some star player?
No, not a star player.
Okay, so that's when he's at his best. That's
But he had a unique thing to him as being a dual threat when the Niners needed it. They put him at running back because they didn't have a running back. They didn't have a choice. Their running backs kept getting hurt. That's how that even happened in the first place. It wasn't because they was just like, oh yeah, just put this nigga at running back because he ain't that good of a receiver.
I don't give a damn why they put him there. That ain't what I was saying. I didn't say nothing about why. I'm saying what the dude is, man. You know what I mean? As a player, what makes him good?
So far, what does this do for DC?
Absolutely nothing at all.
He's got to be. We got to see him maintain his, his health wise too. Like this.
Okay, I understand. Like,
Absolutely nothing at all. It's crazy. Who the
I feel
F
like-
was a receiver too before he got there?
Okay, like I said, JC, you act like this nigga's been healthy like the past couple years. He's not. It doesn't mean nothing if
he's not healthy. It don't mean nothing.
He's a
But if he's healthy,
liability.
it does a whole effing lot. It's another
Okay,
piece they
that's what I'm
have
saying.
to help
There's
take
an
pressure off the
asterisk on
team.
his health.
See, that's how you a terrible communicator, man. You have your answers ready before you don't listen. You just be having your answers ready. Like you just not listening to nobody, bro. It doesn't. Like I said what I said. It doesn't mean nothing if he's healthy.
Me
Yeah,
not
you said
agreeing
good
don't
times.
mean I'm not listening to you. Like I just
But
didn't
I'm
agree.
just. I mean, okay, that's you.
I mean, I understand the not healthy part, but I feel like we kind of are disrespecting Debo a little bit. I feel like him as a wide receiver too with the Commanders, that's still a solid pickup. It's not to me, it's not a big move, but that's still a pretty solid pickup, I think, for the Commanders to help Jaden Daniels out, especially since they just traded for Laramie Tunsil as well.
And what
So,
they give up for him?
Who, Tunsil?
No, for Debo. What did
Like a
Washington have to get?
Fourth or fifth, I think.
Yeah, it was like a fifth round pick. That's
That's a good move, personally.
so it ain't like they broke nothing or had to give up something that was essential. So
Second round pick? What
like the-
round?
no, it was like fourth or fifth. Wasn't no second round pick.
Let me look up, just make sure I'm not tripping.
Still a steal. That's a steal.
But the Commanders are looking pretty solid right now. Speaking of that,
They've been going to work,
I respect. They finally doing something.
and I like it. Justin Fields went to the Jets.
Yeah, I thought that was.
If I
feel
remember
like
correctly, it was a $40 million for 2 years, $30 million guaranteed.
Whoever his Asian is, my God, that's crazy.
You're saying like in a good way or in a bad way?
Happy for my guy.
Yeah, I'm happy. Yeah, me too.
I would have gladly.
You said what,
the
Jay
Raiders
Will?
have given that for him.
I wouldn't think he'd have got that much. Was it 2
You're
years?
saying that's too much?
2 year, 40 mil?
Yeah.
Seems like a little much for a guy like Justin Fields.
So you didn't see them first 6 games on the Steelers last season?
I don't know. I that just really didn't.
You talking about his agent? That's what got him that deal.
I don't know.
And you could argue that it was a fair deal.
Yeah, it's not like they gave him a 5 year.
I would say it was more fair for the team than Justin Fields, if I'm being honest.
I don't know. Maybe it's just because I'm not a Justin Fields guy, but I just didn't. Like you could.
No, I don't like the situation he's going to. Like, it's a very dysfunctional. Can't win, spit, ain't showing that we have competence kind of situation.
I found it interesting that a guy that coached against him went and got him.
Last year.
No, now. Because Coach Glenn was the defensive coach in Detroit when Justin Fields played for Chicago. And one of his first orders of business when he became a head coach was to go sign Justin Fields. That's very interesting to me.
Okay, something to watch.
I think it's an interesting move. Makes you feel like the Giants or the Jets are definitely going to get like a tackle or something in the draft. I wonder how they look at Fields. Honestly, like, is he just like a 1 year, 2 deal type quarterback? And he out of here.
I mean, they gave him 2 years.
That's what I'm saying. Like,
30 mil is guaranteed, so he's going to be there for 2 years.
Yeah, in those 2 years, I'm sure they just want to see where they're going to be these next 2 years.
But 10, 15 million for a quarterback ain't bad in today's market at all. Like, that's still a bargain.
maybe it's because I feel like I want to see the Jets actually go out and like
Win.
quarterback. Yeah, you know what I mean. Like, I feel like Fields is decent.
Don't hold your breath.
I won't say Fields decent. It just makes me feel like the Jets are looking like the next couple of years as okay. Fields is just going to be like a placement holder, and that's it. You know what I mean? It's not like I don't know.
It ain't like they gave him some security for real.
I feel like
I think that deal for Fields is
At minimum, though, what I can say, the Jets are giving him a chance. Like, I get that it's not the best ideal situation, but at the end of the day, I mean, it's like, what, you want everything to be perfect for you to be successful? I mean, you got to show something. You got 2 years to go out there and show that you are worth a long-term, good quarterback in the league contract. Go get it.
Yeah, it just feels like I've just seen this pattern with the Jets where, like, they'll have a quarterback for a couple of years, throw him away, get another one. He plays for a couple of years, throw him away, get another one. Like, I feel like they just cannot find a long-term QB. I just kind of, I don't know. I feel like Justin
Says something about the organization, don't it?
100%. I don't know. I just hate seeing them just, use and throw away quarterbacks like that without, just not finding a solid piece. I don't know when the last time they've had a quarterback that stayed for longer than 5 years off the top of my head. Probably been a minute.
I mean, that's tough for any team to do, though. How often do quarterbacks stay for 5+ years, except like maybe the rookies?
I would probably say most quarterbacks, probably at least like maybe 12 out of like 30 teams could probably hold a quarterback for more than 5 years.
Those are competent teams usually, though.
Yeah.
9 out of 10. And the Jets are everything but that.
But
It's crazy because a couple of years ago when they first got A-Rod, I had high expectations for
have
him.
no continuity.
Jay Will, do you know, and I know this ain't going to sound that far for you, but I'm 32 years old. The last time the Jets were in the playoffs, I was in my senior year in high school.
What year was that?
That was probably,
The top of 2010.
Fuck. They haven't been there that long.
I was getting ready to get my diploma.
I wonder who was the quarterback that time period.
I believe it was it? It wasn't Flacco, was it?
Jets?
Let me see. Now I'm curious, like you.
Not McCown. He was.
I feel like I'm gonna be mad when I see it because it's like at the tip of my tongue. Pause.
Oh, wowzers.
Sanchez was the quarterback.
Sanchez, that's what the F it was. I was thinking of a white dude with a mullet.
Humble.
That's crazy, man.
Mark Sanchez is the last time they made the playoffs. I done got degrees and careers and all type of shit since then. I got a family. I got a family now. You know what I mean?
If there's a Jets fan watching this and they hear you, you're gonna make them even more depressed.
I can't make a Jets fan more depressed than they already should be.
I think the only team that hasn't won a playoff game, like the longest besides them, is like the Dolphins. I don't think they've won one since like '99 or 2000, if I'm not mistaken.
Really?
Yeah.
Ricky Williams ain't getting no playoff wins? Damn.
And that sounds surprising too, but
It is.
I mean, I wouldn't even have thought last time they won a playoff game. So that's crazy to me.
Wow. Hendrickson has been granted permission to seek a trade.
That's tough for that Bengals defense.
Or the Bengals want the league to set the market for them, and then they're gonna pay him when he comes back with the offer.
Kind of similar to Miles.
Yeah, that's kind of the way they do business now in the league.
Jay Will, real quick, just to answer your question. Dolphins haven't won a playoff. Last playoff win was December of 2000.
December?
Not December of 2000. I'm sorry. January of 2000.
I was 8 years old.
It's crazy. But yeah.
Cincinnati has a lot on their plate this summer. They got two receivers they got to figure out.
The defense a mess.
The defense, like that's what everybody been crying about all summer. I don't see how that's not the number one. Well, it probably is the number one priority, but they do need to figure out the Chase and Higgins situation. I think it's going to be damn near impossible to sign both of them and fix the holes in that defense.
Yeah, because I was about to say if they do have to let go of Trey, I feel like Joey Bosa being a landing spot there isn't far fetched because he's also.
Oh, I forgot they released him, right?
Mm-hmm.
But we talking about niggas always hurt.
Bosa going to the 49.
Oh, we going with little bro?
Yeah.
Oh no, man.
This is their chance to do it.
Yeah, Bengals got a lot of holes they got to fix, man. They can't waste Joe Burrow like this. I don't want to see it.
So does anybody think there's an actual possibility Hendrickson is leaving, or they just gonna match whatever niggas is talking about?
I think they just gonna match.
Yeah, money talks, bro.
That's the way they do business now, man. Or the team that he gets traded to is gonna pay him. But in this scenario, I think they paid Trey.
Why not pay him is the real question.
He deserves it.
That was the literally only bright spot damn near on your entire defense.
The amount of pressures that he applies to an opposing team's quarterback, the way he swiftly gets into the backfield, like you want a guy that talented on your team. So if the Bengals don't sign him, I feel like anyone who does get him, I feel like Cincy might regret losing him. So
I mean,
think twice.
Whoever signs him is signing the literal reigning leader in sacks.
Yep. And you see what he be doing to offensive
That's all
linemen?
that needs to be said.
You see what he does to the offensive linemen. If you don't get around him, he just bullies through them.
That's crazy.
And then speaking of the Bengals, Higgins was tagged.
It's expected.
Yeah.
Any thoughts on where this might go with Higgins?
This is his second straight year being tagged. Wasn't he tagged last year?
Yeah,
he tagged last year.
Yeah.
He
went out there and balled, and they tagged him again.
Yeah, that's crazy. I'm surprised he just hadn't requested out, to be honest with you. I feel like he deserves his money, but.
And it's kind of crazy because it's being talked about that he supposedly is willing to take a little less money if it helps keep, him chasing Burrow intact. But that would mean the Bengals is really trying to like shortchange even more than that.
Yeah, I know they just went out there and paid Chase all that money. So
what are they talking to Chase about right now?
I think there was talk with Chase. There was a little turmoil, but I think he just signed like 2 weeks ago to a brand new big contract, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, I don't know. Let me see. I didn't know they paid him yet.
No shit.
Yeah, no, I don't think they haven't given him a contract yet. And if they did, it was probably last year, and he's probably trying to get like more guaranteed money or something. But yeah, they're still having contract talk.
That'd be interesting to see if they can't get something together, because they know what Chase do. And like, if he would, to request a trade, what is this worth? Receiver like that?
Chase?
Yeah.
I mean, you can't get back the value for a receiver like that.
Oh, that's what I'm saying. Like,
They're not gonna trade.
But they're not. Yeah, Chase ain't. If anything, it'll be Higgins before Chase.
Yeah, I know. I'm just saying, like, things kind of fall down, and Chase just says, I want to.
But then again, we can never say never, Ragu, because we didn't thought that about some guys, and the next thing we know, it's like, damn, what was going on? I didn't know Tyreek was possible to lead the Chiefs a few years ago.
And now he wants to leave
Miami. In that sense, yeah.
Now he wants to leave Miami.
So he says.
Yes.
Ragu just made a great point of these niggas saying like, we was on the phone about it, but sometimes when these niggas say trade me, they really saying pay me.
100%.
Yeah. That's exactly what they saying.
So that could be what Tyreek doing right now.
Hey, me, goddammit. Somebody going one way or the other. I'm gonna get the money.
Feels if I don't get it from you, it's okay, because I get it from another team.
On the real, right?
They'll probably pay me twice as much.
And I had it in my notes. Devontae Adams released from when it first happened. I can delete that. No need to mention that.
He sounded so excited to delete that.
That's gold.
He goes, put it down on the checklist.
Evan Ingram was released by the Jags, which was a little surprising. I don't know if he's been signed yet. If anybody heard anything, let me know. Like I said, I ain't caught everything.
I haven't heard of him get signed yet. That was cost cutting and surprising. They over there gutting the roster.
Yeah.
Yeah, that kind of shocked me too. I'm not gonna lie. I don't know what's Jackson.
Yeah, I was gonna ask y'all what's a good landing spot y'all see for Ingram. Because he's been balling for them the last couple of years.
Probably back to the Giants.
I forgot, like niggas gave up on Ingram when he was over there.
Probably back to the Giants for real.
I mean,
they probably have to give him an offer he can't refuse or something. I can see. You know what? I can see that. Yeah, they back up the Brinks truck.
Yeah, I can see him. I can see them reuniting with him.
Yeah, especially if they go get one of them guys. Ragu said like Rodgers or Russell or something.
Yeah, they need some.
I can see that. Yeah, I could definitely see that. That was a good one.
I could see him here, honestly, just as a placement holder once again, because Colts haven't really had a tight end in forever. We're projected to maybe get a tight end that 14 spot, which God, I hope we don't, because I don't want a tight end that high. But I wouldn't count us out too on that. I
ain't gonna lie. If my Rams sign this nigga, y'all gonna see all y'all niggas was waiting for today.
If they sign who?
If we sign this nigga Ingram, go get one of the top tight ends plus the two niggas now.
Ragu.
But it seems like the Jags don't even have a plan. That's why they're releasing all these people.
It's like they're just tearing them all down.
You gave your quarterback $250 million, so what? You just gonna have him just out there stat padding for the next 3 years?
Pretty much. That's what it's looking like.
Why you losing? Poor Jags fans.
They have like no direction.
Poor Isaiah. We love you, say Mo Ant.
Man.
And then we're gonna get a text from him in about
Hell yeah,
midnight.
he gonna be in the chat tonight.
Yep, at like midnight. Hey, so JC,
Like, all right,
where
JC,
you
wait
at
till
with
I
all
get
that
back.
shit talking? It never fails, and it's always at midnight too.
Yep. Pardon me if I butcher his name. We got Laramie Tunsil to DC.
That's his name.
That was Larry Tunsil, Sunni, whatever Tunsil.
Larry.
One of the blockbusters. How y'all feel about that one?
Hey man, that's a good trade for the very, very good trade for the Commanders, man.
But what about CJ, man? Like they didn't see that. They didn't see that Chargers game. God damn, you gonna make it worse?
That's why I didn't really understand the move from the Texans side, unless they're just trying to like load up on.
They was loading up on Cricks this year, so I guess maybe they see somebody now or talk to somebody now that they like. I don't know.
Yeah.
Maybe they see Tank Dell once again, not looking like may not be the same Tank Dell.
Two big injuries in your first 2-3 years is.
I hate that.
Yeah, and when he was looking like he was finna be one of the ones, man.
Larry Thompson. Y'all remember draft night where he had the little situation with the
with the gas mask, the face mask? Yeah. Smoking G.
That's a really good move though. I like Larry Thompson. Once again, boosts up the Commanders' offense. They making moves over there. I'm happy for Jaden Daniels. I like when a team can.
They're putting pieces around.
It's a new day. Ragu told us a couple years ago that when I was crashing out on Washington, he was like, "Man, just relax. This ain't the same guys, man." And he couldn't have been more right. Hey, also shout out to JD, man. I didn't even know he was from the city. That's a Cali native right there.
He from Cali?
Yeah. Went to high school and everything, from what I've seen.
Who?
Jaden. You from the IE.
Oh yeah.
I didn't know that. Like I needed another reason to love him and DC.
I mean, a lot of college teams quarterbacks from California, or that West Coast.
Something in the water out here, man. We taking over. As soon as the Panthers get their spit together, Bryce gonna show them too.
Y'all don't claim college the West Coast, do y'all?
Claim who?
Utah.
Who?
Utah.
Who? The West Coast is Cali, nigga.
Okay, I don't know. I was about to say because Jackson Dart from that way, so I was like, he's technically West.
He from Utah and went to Ole Miss. Yeah, he racist.
Look, he stopped in USC first, though.
He went to USC.
He stopped at USC his freshman year, then he transferred to Ole Miss.
They probably
because he said after this Eaglewood South Central spit, nigga, I'm mad.
Ragu, you are fucking hilarious.
I ain't know.
He had been quiet for like 10 minutes.
Oh, that was hilarious.
Jesus.
Nah, yeah. Who goes to Ole Miss? Motherfuckers that used to live in Utah.
Larry Thompson. We just saw him went to Ole Miss. Evan Ingram went to Ole Miss too. We got
Ingram went to Ole Miss.
Yeah, he went to Ole Miss. He was on that team that beat Bama in 2014 and 15.
Gino to Vegas.
Ragu, I really
Pete Carroll said, "Run that, nigga. I need my quarterback."
Yeah, I want your thoughts, Ragu, on that one.
He probably already popped his spit on the follow from Burner, but
it ain't on yet though. It's on the audio version, but it's not on YouTube yet. Man, I never been. I'm not gonna sit here and lie. I've never been a big fan of Geno Smith, man. People, they've been hitting me like, oh, but he threw for 4,000 yards. He had 70% completion percentage, which is all good. He also threw 15 picks.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? In my opinion, he is like maybe a slightly updated version of Derek Carr.
Mm-hmm.
Jesus.
And until he shows me different, that's what I think of him, man. I remember a time when I used to be like, man, why did they think that this guy was going to be a good quarterback in the league? And, he's got his chance as of late and has done a little better. I mean, 4,000 yards ain't nothing,
I would say.
Yeah, I'm not saying he Mickey, but I've never been a big fan, and the shit didn't move the needle for me. I was kind of like,
I thought you would have loved it because you loved when Minshew was coming. So
I was neutral on that. No, because I'm tired of like the mediocre.
Yeah, I get what you mean.
Quarterback.
Them 9-10 wins, niggas.
I feel you.
That's exactly what they keep doing. You're right. You putting a Band-Aid on it.
So yeah, that's where I'm at today.
I was looking at it like
He said today.
anything is better than what they dealt with last year. And if they can get to 9-10 wins, that's a good direction at least.
Good.
Yeah, hell yeah. 10 wins is definitely
A
you're in the
great step
playoffs.
in the right direction. Yeah.
In the playoffs with 10 wins.
I know the AFC is a little more loaded now, but Pete, do you trust Pete?
Yes.
Okay. That's what I'll tell you right now. Trust Pete.
I got a question for you, bro. So, like,
For me?
yeah. So, like, after this move, let's say, like, the Raiders, this is like their last, like, big signing, this free agency move. Who do you think they'll go for in the draft, or who do you want specifically?
Yeah.
That's a great question, Jay Will.
He putting the glasses on. He put the glasses on. Professor Regu's in the building.
So
I feel like Coop wouldn't even answer this if it was his team.
No, because we just talked about it, JC. That's why I'm.
So with the number 6 pick, T-Mac. With the number 37 pick, Gray Zabel. He's an interior O-lineman from North Dakota State.
If he falls that far.
Yes, I'm hoping. Some of these is hopes. Number 68 pick, one of 4 cornerbacks that I think could possibly be there. Not the top guys. It's not the top 2 guys. It's the middle 4 guys. I had their names written down somewhere, but it's you know what I'm talking about if you've been studying the draft. That not the top 2 corners, but it's that next 4 guys could be there. Hold on, I'll tell you exactly what I'm talking about.
He's like, yeah.
It's not the Trey kid, is it?
I don't think he's gonna be there, but let me see if we talking about the same guy.
I'm trying to think because I know they got Barron from Texas.
Why don't you just check out the follow from Burns and then we can move on with this.
I was talking about the first.
This is true. That's true too. But he asked me, Coach.
He did.
Hold on, man.
He did.
I have a detailed answer, not just this guy, that guy. You know how I do it, man.
He's like, I got to go through the whole thing.
About to break it
Got
down.
to talk the actual factuals.
You got the entire list.
Damn.
You sounded like your pops when you said that shit. Exactly like that nigga.
Work.
All right, so anybody from Revel Jr. on down, Jay Will. So Siobhan Revel Jr., Jade Barron, Trey Amos, or Azare Thomas at that 68th slot at the corner position. At 107, I'm hoping for a running back, either Dylan, Ali, Neil, or RJ Harvey.
Definitely.
RJ Harvey's a good pick.
And then at 144, I'm hoping for Quinn Ewers or Will Howard.
Hey, I need Quentin Ewers in an Indy jersey this year. So I don't know about that, Rocky.
Some of these is hopes, bro, but you never know how the draft goes. You never
I'm just,
fucking
saying, I'm just saying, since I want him, I hope your hopes don't come true. That's all.
You want Bill Howard too?
You can have Howard.
You know what?
Have Howard. I just want Ewers.
Oh, you saying Quinn Ewers? Yeah.
Oh, he was.
Hey, so we might have to take Ewers at 107, and I'm not mad at that. I'm not mad at that, especially if we sign Najee Harris. If we sign a running back, then I'm real open to taking Ewers earlier than that.
Yeah, it's hard though with quarterbacks because you just never know. Like they could, Quinn Ewers should be fifth
All right,
round.
my bad, Mark. Yeah. It is, man. You never know. You never know. Like Brady, look, we got Brady. And you know he probably thinking, fuck them, well, not Shador like that, but he's saying, I didn't go high in the draft. And you see, I'm better. I end up being the best of all time. So they got Geno. So whoever they get, they feel like they can develop him for at least a year or two. So that's why I'm thinking yours. Also, dark horse, the tall, older kid from Louisville, Shock. I think they call him Shook. Yeah. So that's where I'm at.
Ragu, you know what I told Isaiah, y'all could pull in Atlanta too.
We could.
Do what they did with Penix.
They're at 6. We're taking them.
And you know what? And that's what me and Isaiah was basically came up with. Like they probably did that just in case, you know. And if they are cool, but they got Geno just in case they're not available at 6. So I like the moves. I like it.
But like I said earlier on this show, they're going 1 and 2, bro. Fuck all of that. Don't buy any of that shit. In this day and age, any half a fucking quarterback prospect is going immediately. I'm telling you.
So what about the Shador reports and shit, like, and possibly like people trying to like tank his draft stock? Like,
I don't think people really.
I think it's all bullshit, bro. I think it's all bullshit. It could be the the Giants or somebody
that's fair.
The drop. You know what I mean?
Yeah, because all they saying is NFL executive or coaches that were at combine, and it could be the coaches that want him to drop to them. So
yeah,
I just
absolutely.
Go ahead, Cole.
I just feel.
What is that? Oh,
Go ahead, Jay.
I just feel like with Shador, everything they're trying to say about him, I feel like since his time at Colorado, teams have already had this in like the back of their minds. So like, I feel like Mel Kiper saying this, it really don't really move me because, even though I don't really think it's an issue, I feel like teams already kind of knew this or will be skeptical about this. So with that being said, I really don't think it affects his draft stock at all. It has to be something that happens like 48 hours before draft, the draft happens for his stuff to go down. I'm not really worried about dropping out the top 3. I'm not really worried about that.
Does anybody here, and I know this ain't a draft episode, but does anybody here think that Cam or Shador go anywhere outside of the top 2?
Anywhere outside the top 2?
no, I don't.
They're gonna be picked quick.
I don't see it. It would make sense.
It would be rare if it did.
And even if they did, like how far?
It'd be like somebody. If so, it'd be somebody trading up or something. Like,
yeah, I would be shocked if they didn't. To be honest with you, I would be shocked if they go out of top 5. I would definitely would.
Yeah, there is some mock drafts trying to push Shador. Like,
now they
it's
trade up.
draft
They going 1. I'll say, man.
I call those clickbait mock drafts. The same mock drafts that have the Giants picking Jackson Dart at 3. I don't believe that.
Yeah, I definitely don't believe that. That's definitely.
Alrighty then. Joe Tooney to Chicago.
I actually kind of like that.
Pick.
I like that because they're finally making they made a good move in the right direction by getting Thuney because he protects. I mean, other than the Super Bowl, because Philly is a different breed. But I mean, outside of that, he has great quarterback protection and he provides running lanes.
I didn't even know that move happened. To be honest with you,
The Bears need.
Man, that's what we here for.
They still got a lot.
Here at
But they
all
still
grind.
got
You
a
know
lot
what I'm
of work to do. They still got a lot of work to do. But that, like I said, that was a good move in the right direction. A good start.
For sure.
'Cause I think they also traded for another O lineman, didn't they? If I'm not mistaken, or they picked somebody up. Can't
They
remember.
did. I missed it. That's why I said, if y'all know something I don't know, feel free.
I really hope for Caleb Williams' sake that they continue to buff up that offense.
To be honest, I feel like I really didn't care much. It's like, I mean, I'm not rooting against Caleb, and I do think he's a solid quarterback, but the energy they have now and the empathy they have now for a fix the line, they didn't have that for Justin Fields. So
Preach, brother. Preach.
that's my only issue.
I also feel like Caleb Williams, not that he has the best offense, but I feel like he has enough to do something. You know what I mean?
They were calling it the best offense that Ricky ever had before the season started. Then all of a sudden, that energy, I
Remember
didn't hear that energy no
the
more.
top 15 quarterback
Before he played a damn snap.
Yeah.
So I don't want to hear that shit.
Putting him in the top 10 and shit, like they knew, like they could see the future. The fuck?
I never understood why those same guys try to rank rookie quarterbacks that's never played a snap. I always hate that. It makes no sense.
And it's like you've only seen him play in college. Like you got, like JC always says, I can't judge you until I see you play.
I don't care how great of a prospect they claim
in between the lines. I gotta see you. I gotta see
you
how
get on
you
that
play in
field or
between
when
the
you get on
lines.
that court. That's what
Judging
now we
off
talking.
of. Yep.
And not preseason, nigga.
That was just egregious right there when they said that. I was like, who the fuck is paying y'all to write this shit?
The Bears gonna win 10 games next season.
That's crazy cool.
One name's fine.
That's
Let's
crazy
say-
work. Especially saying
Shout out to
that right
Norman. Shout out to my man Norman.
now. Yeah, I'm about to say, you trying to back up your boy Norman or something, nigga, for that bullshit he did last year. I pulled up. I didn't call Norman either. I pulled up on him to talk shit about that since you want to miss the prediction recap.
That was
I was not playing with him. He tried to blame it on, Caleb used to be an Oklahoma guy. He was just trying to ride for him. I don't want to hear that shit, nigga. Earlier we were talking about the trade me really means pay me. And I think this would be the perfect exemplification of that. Myles Garrett is the highest paid non-quarterback in NFL history.
That's crazy.
First.
But I mean,
And sometimes you can subtly suggest that you might want to be traded and get paid. If you're really good, you can do that.
You have
too.
to be, you got to be good though. You can't just be.
Oh, the prerequisite in all of this is you got to be good.
you gotta be good.
Coop, other than F the
Or
Browns,
is this another here nigga down type deal? Is it one of those?
I like that. I like that.
that's actually perfect.
That's
That's actually perfect. Here, nigga.
You know what I mean? Like here, nigga. Sure, like here.
Hey,
here,
remember on that the scene from Paid in Full when Rico was like, I know what floats age, but
Yeah, I know what to float this nigga boat.
that's
Clean now.
Yeah, that's exactly what that was. Like, here, nigga, shut up.
I don't want to hear no more
He
talk.
shut up. I ain't heard a word since.
It's like here's your allowance, nigga.
it works in the NBA as well.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just
From Jimmy Butler.
football, you just see stuff like this a little more because typically in basketball, once you sign a contract, that's pretty much what it is. Football, you can go back to the table damn near every year about your contract. Because you know that NBA money mostly guaranteed. So, you know what I'm saying? It's like,
Yeah.
once they get paid, they usually just shut up. Somebody might try to trade their way out because they tired of getting beat on, pause. But, even then, like, you'll see a lot of them, and this could be what Garrett's doing too. Some of them will take the contract and then still request a trade like after the season or something. You know what I mean? But they just want to get that money first because they probably wouldn't get the same if another team offers it to them.
Yeah.
Makes sense.
Sam Darnold to Seattle. We talked about that a little bit.
Yeah.
$100 million for 3 years.
Remember I said that's what he was gonna get? Y'all remember that shit?
Yeah. When we started talking numbers, yeah, you said 100.
Hey, shout out to Sammy, man.
I told Isaiah after 4-5 weeks he was getting paid. We had a whole argument about it in the chat.
I didn't know where. It's a real question.
Yeah. I said Sammy's looking at 100.
And Ragu, your answer to your question you've been asking all season has finally been answered. What is Minnesota going to do? Clearly, they said
JJ is our guy.
Enjoy. Yep.
Yeah.
I mean, in a way, I don't blame him. It's a 10th pick.
I mean, if he was your guy in 23, or in 24, he's your guy in 25, right? Just because he hurt his knee, you know.
But also apparently the Seahawks with Geno, and I meant to say this when we talked about him with the Raiders. Apparently they offered him like a 2-year deal between like 45 million per year, and apparently Geno declined and were just requested a trade instead of countering.
Oh wow, I didn't hear that.
Yeah. And he hasn't re-signed yet.
So Geno wanted to sign his last contract basically. Like
that's what it looking like. Seattle Times reported it, so it looks like it's true.
Wow.
I think that's
and
crazy.
the Raiders, his boy, I ain't gonna say the Raiders, his boy Pete gave it to him.
Not yet. We ain't re-signed him yet.
Oh, y'all didn't give him a 4-year deal?
They probably
wow.
No.
Oh wow. I didn't know. I thought y'all gave him a deal when he got over there.
No.
Oh, so y'all can absolutely do what the Falcons did then. That's more than open. If those guys are there again.
It was a 2-year deal. Yeah, we did pay him 2 years though.
Okay. Still, 2 years is nothing in the NFL. Like that's gonna go by like that. And 2 years is more than enough time to, develop a quarterback until you say get your young butt out there.
You know how much that costs?
Not to cut you off there, Will. What I believe the Geno signing did was take the pressure off trying to get up there to get Ward or Sanders, man.
So y'all don't give Titans or Browns a boatload just to get a number 1 or 2 pick.
Yeah. You got it, man. Yeah.
Okay. I like that. I agree with it.
It's kind of an insurance thing. And then, the familiarity with Pete and Geno, it all fit, So
yeah.
We'll
probably give them a Tom Brady number so they could text a little bit, you know what I mean?
And Pete Carroll's
Pete Carroll's
such a genuine guy too. Like how he is with his players and how he
think about it. Pete Carroll practically
always given
saved his career.
Yeah, he's always
was on his way out the league.
Yeah. Yeah.
He's always given out opportunities to people who he sees deserves it or, stuff like that. So, shout out to him. Not a lot of coaches do that.
And he don't really, it ain't like that, Trey. He hands you nothing.
No, you got to earn it.
Is the star players actually have to compete for their starting jobs, bro. So let me say it like this.
Nothing's given to him, it's earned.
This down, but at USC, where he developed his style of coaching that he took directly to the NFL, what he would do, and y'all's a little young when he was there, so you don't know. Man, he would get all the recruits, bro. They'd be like, damn, why he getting this guy? He already got this guy. And his thing was competition, bro. So at USC, it was called Competition Tuesdays. I don't know if he still called it that in the league.
That still wouldn't work now.
Tuesday, you could come earn a spot, bro. You could fucking take the starting dude's spot on Tuesday if you came with it that day. And what did it do? It made the starters stay on top of their shit, and it made everybody underneath them feel like I got a shot. So even if you don't get the starting job, you could on Competition Tuesday, you could work yourself into the rotation though, right? You could be a guy that wasn't getting no time and work yourself into getting some time now if you don't even become a starter. So it's an ongoing thing all 17 weeks, bro. They are contending, they're contesting for these positions. You know, like Max, these guys, of course, they know they're gonna play their spot. But some of the other positions, bro, it's a real competition, and that's what Pete does, man.
So breaking news.
Nothing.
Breaking news. And I gotta credit my source, Mr. Marvin Coop over here. Apparently the Rams are set to release Cooper Kupp tomorrow if no trade is imminent by then.
Man, I thought they were trying.
So the league called they bluff. And now, does he have to clear waivers in this situation, or he's a free agent immediately?
I think he is a free agent immediately, so they can just cut ties with him and just say fuck it.
So, but I'm saying, does he have to clear waivers tomorrow, or is it just whoever called, it's on?
Like the Grady Jarrett situation.
So, like him, he got cut.
I think it's like him. Because remember what I said, like the Falcons was waiting for he was just waiting for the Falcons just to release him, so he didn't need to. Yeah. So I think that's the same situation with Kupp as well. He's like, all right, whoever calls first, let's see what happens.
Also, while we on the topic, Dre Greenlaw signed with the Broncos just a second ago.
Damn!
Wow. The Broncos loaded.
Wow!
Damn, for real?
Now that's breaking news. That's breaking news.
Wow!
The Broncos ain't playing.
And F them donkeys.
I feel you, bro, but they still loaded up on that defense, pause.
So they saying, "Fuck it, we just gonna out
all defense."
That's
how you do it, though.
49ers defense at this point, because they got didn't they sign the other guy?
Yeah,
Hufanga.
Yeah. Well, he's tough. If he can stay
too.
healthy, he's a tough player.
Yeah, he just gotta stay healthy, Jay. Will, like you said, he just gotta stay healthy.
Yeah, it don't matter if he's not healthy, but that's tough.
Yeah, he's a solid safety.
Man.
Yeah, y'all hearing breaking news right here on All Grind as it happens. You know what I'm saying? That's what we do.
Mar, you said, "Damn."
I was trying to find the exact cap release.
Yep.
I think if I'm reading it correctly, I think it's about $20 million we save if we release him by a certain date. I don't think March 12th is that date, but it's supposed to be $15 million in cash, $7 million against the salary cap. That's what it is. So
Come on to the Steelers, Cooper Kupp.
damn, y'all gonna have 3 wide receiver twos, nigga.
Whoever gets the job done.
He said, "We'll take it." Oh,
Whoever gets
my
the
bad.
job done.
I mean, if you get Cooper Kupp plus those two, I feel like there's not as much pressure to who your quarterback is at that point.
Right.
Because anybody should be able to work with that.
I need to hear that AR to the Pittsburgh.
that would be a hell of that would be a hell of
Jay, you
a
done with him too?
that would be a hell of a
It
receiving
looks like
core to
me too.
pass to though.
It sound like Jay Will done with
Sound like Jay Will done with him.
It's been
Don't get, hold on.
They will say, nah.
I thought we agreed on the show that we was gonna stop doing quarterbacks like that. We wasn't gonna be like the casual fan, and that we was gonna give niggas time.
How many times we've been burnt?
I thought we had a 3-year window for rookie quarterbacks. What happened to that?
It's already been too many scenarios. He's been hurt. He's had issues with getting off the field, which still really bothers me a lot. Being 23 years old, and you talking about something, you need a break, so you're going to check yourself out the game. That really bothers me. I feel like he's already kind of starting to lose the locker room. He's gotten benched for Joe Flacco. I feel like the writing is kind of just on the wall for him. It's more so a matter of when and not if, to be honest with you.
Tell us how you really feel, then.
I don't see him. if he comes back next year, honestly, that's just really like, unless he just like, has a good year, that's really probably his last year as a Colt.
What's y'all first pick? Where y'all at?
We're at 14.
It's not bad.
We're
That's a
projected.
good damn pick. That's a great damn pick, actually. If you got a GM to know what he's doing.
I mean, our GM's a good draft.
I think we got Jared Verse at what, like 13, 14, something like that.
To be honest with you. But it all just depends on who goes where before us.
Yeah.
We'll see how it goes.
Josh Allen has a reconstructed contract of the highest of all time, $330 million for 6 years.
That's fucking wild.
I think
330.
250 million guaranteed.
MVP.
Here, nigga, damn.
Right. We're gonna give you this money to lose again. So here you go, my nigga. There you go.
They also picked
Wait,
up.
hold on. Hold the fuck on about this one right here. So everybody cried when they gave Deshaun the 230, and remember everybody was out on Lamar because he wanted 230 guaranteed.
Mm-hmm.
They just handed this dude 250 guaranteed, and they caught a bubble screen on third down in the AFC Championship. A fucking bubble screen. This guy, all he is a big running back. He's a tough kid, don't get me wrong, but he's a big running back out there throwing bubble screens in the man. It's the hypocrisy is it can't even get any worse, bro. You can't even make this shit up. But yeah, guaranteed $250 million. Guaranteed $250 million, and they cried about Lamar Jackson.
Get him.
But you know why they cried about Lamar Ragu.
We know. We do know. Yeah.
Yep.
They didn't just cry. They said we out.
They really that's crazy how
Sorry teams talking about we out.
Right. Garbage teams with no Q.
And these garbage Falcons was one of them too.
They absolutely were.
Trash ass Atlanta niggas.
I'm glad you brought
I
that
chose
up.
Desmond Ritter over Lamar Jackson.
And I think at that time they were literally a quarterback away at that specific time.
Where are the banana crackers?
It was.
I don't know. In the camera.
I still would never forget.
Oh.
This nigga Ragu told Dre that his team was a quarterback away from being 500. Definitely using that on the team I don't F with. I can't wait to use that. Ragu, I seen my boy, man. Trey Moe went over to the Panthers.
Yeah,
a couple dollars, man. 50 M's for 3 years.
Yeah. I don't think the Raiders are gonna give him that.
Why?
I don't know, bro. They, whatever. He went and got it, bro. He went and got it. So I wish him the best.
I feel like y'all defense had some very bright spots last year, especially against some of the most elite teams in the league. Why are y'all letting the guys go right now, based on your assessment? I know you're not in the front office, but what you think the plan is?
So what he's talking about, ladies and gentlemen, the Raiders have lost Robert Spillane, Nate Hobbs, and Spillane and Nate Hobbs off the defense, 2 starters.
And now Trey.
So now, and Merrick, my bad, and Merrick. So 3 starters off the defense. So now, my only guess, JC, is that there is a free agent linebacker, perhaps, that they have their eyes on. They have drafted 2 safeties the last 2 years after they had Merrick. So perhaps the kid from Air Force, Trey Taylor or whatever, is ready. Maybe Steve Smith. I mean, not Steve Smith, but no, I think his name is Steve Smith. The kid from Georgia that they drafted a few years back. Perhaps he's ready to play safety. But they did sign Jeremy Chin from the Commanders to play safety too. So They replaced Mary, let's just say, but we still got no replacement for Hobbs or Spillane. We we could possibly draft a corner. Remember, I had a corner on when Jay Will asked me, I had a corner on there. So, maybe they're gonna draft a corner. They already replaced the safety, and then that would leave a free agent linebacker. I'm looking at Bobby Wagner's designation. Now I know he was supposed
he signed back with Washington.
Re-signed, but I don't
He's
see
got a
it.
1-year contract though. He already signed.
Oh, I didn't see it.
Yeah, he signed back with Washington.
I didn't see the contract though.
It was I didn't know the years. Coop just said it was 1 year, but I did see that he resigned earlier. I did see.
I thought, I thought maybe it wasn't all the way official yet or something.
Yeah, I mean that's a great move to bring him back too. You need a veteran future Hall of Famer right there
Absolutely.
leading the defense. So
Absolutely.
I love it. You need some guys in there, and if nothing else, even though he's still good, in that locker room, slap these little niggas upside the head. You know what I mean? When they out of pocket.
Yeah. Real shit.
But there is a guy I can give you, Ragu, that just got released. Zadarius Smith. He was just released earlier today.
Yeah,
If that's the interest of anybody.
A little long in the tooth.
Oh, what
I'm
is?
saying some of these teams is fucked because they planned on releasing these players because they thought they was gonna get Myles Garrett, especially like the Eagles letting Sweat go. But,
I mean, to be fair with Detroit, though, he kind of was just like a casualty because
yeah, because Hutchinson was out.
Hutchinson, my bad. Yeah.
Yeah,
So he knew he was kind of just like a filler for the year. They was planning on, they was going all in trying to win the Super Bowl. They didn't. So.
G in the back in the day, you only replaced him until Yayo come on, man.
Exactly.
Dre, what your sorry ass team gonna do? I see y'all sign some people.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're gonna get to them sorry niggas.
Bro, y'all
they
been
don't
busy.
get first half of the show news.
They have been busy, man.
Yeah, I'm like, damn. They gets no talk up on this show. Gets no talk up.
I mean, speaking of them, Carlton Davis.
Yeah, that's one of
Y'all
them.
gave him 60 M's, 3
Yes.
years. It's not bad.
I'm glad we got him. That'll it'll
I mean, I would have
bulk
took
up
him. I
our
ain't gonna
secondary
lie.
a little
Oh,
bit.
Carlton Davis is a nice pickup for y'all.
Sure. And y'all still
He's
got
great
y'all
in
boy
pass
over there.
coverage and
Oh, they got the boy from the Eagles, too.
Gonzalez.
Josh Sweat.
No, Williams, the tackle.
Oh, Milton Williams. Yeah.
No,
Yeah. He got I didn't see the years, but I know he's getting like $26 million a year. I don't know if Dre knows how many years he was signed for, but
they gave Milton some money, man. They gave Milton.
They gave him
104.
solid. And it's crazy too. I was like, I'm
You said how much?
He did his stuff for the Super
They
Bowl.
gave Milton 104 for 4 years.
so 4-year deal.
years.
Damn.
Dre, I should be asking you, who do you want to draft with that 4th spot? Because y'all kind of in a.
Jesus.
Just let me actually go to my notes. I have my notes set up because I got to be prepared for Ragu's draft show. So I've been following up on our needs and.
Let's go. We need you on there then. Why you didn't tell me?
I was just trying to see if you interested in Travis.
Oh, I'm absolutely interested in him. I definitely. Who
If
wouldn't
Travis
be?
is available at 4, they would be
You
some damn
take him.
fools.
You fucking
come
take
on,
him.
man.
I disagree, JC. I'm not gonna
Why
lie.
you say that?
I don't think he's either the best corner or the best receiver in the draft. Like,
But
just-
that's probably not what they're going to draft him for.
what you
You
mean?
don't
gonna
think he's
be
the
a-
best corner?
I think William Johnson is in Michigan. I think he's the best corner by a good bit.
But is he going to be a third down
William
receiver
Johnson.
when the Patriots need a 3rd and 6?
You know, I still don't believe that he'll be able to play both sides. I don't know if he'll be able to do that in the NFL.
He don't got to do it the whole game, literally.
I haven't played defense,
But he's
on
probably
Thursday
going to
night.
play. He already, from what I hear, they've made it clear that he's more than likely leaning towards the corner side. But he's gonna get some fair reps on offense without gassing himself out. It ain't like they gonna come off the field and he gonna be straight on the field. You know what I'm saying? They know when they run in or not, and I think they'll figure it out. And that's a very unique piece to have. He did something that's never been done before in college. You don't just not do something just to not do it, and he's shown that it's possible.
But at the same time, just because he's not in college doesn't mean that he'll be a decent wide receiver in the NFL or a decent corner at that in the NFL. He's still got to prove himself.
But keep it 100. Before he did it in college, did you think somebody would be able to play that many snaps on the college field?
Oh no, not at all. But I'm just saying you
There you
can't,
go.
like you said, got to see the NFL level, and that's that's tough, man.
I'm not advocating for him to be on
I mean-
the field all game, but enough reps to where you can justify a fourth pick for somebody of that caliber.
Yeah, I don't know, man. I feel like the way I look at it,
Now,
If I'm-
mind you, my bad, not to cut you off.
Good.
I don't want him to go to these sorry niggas. Just so we're clear. I'm just saying they would be some damn fools not to
Oh,
if
yeah.
he's there.
I guess
No,
it-
pass up on him, please. And see Drake May while you're at it.
I guess it makes a little sense though because the Patriots kind of need both positions in general, I believe. So I mean,
Right.
if you don't work out at one spot, he could potentially work out in the other. So I mean,
And you got corners on the team now that can help supplement to where it's not like he's going to have to guard the receiver one every single,
Yeah.
rep. You know what I mean? You don't got to be on Tyreek or Jefferson or
They got Chris
Chase the
in the
whole
pocket.
time. You know what I'm saying? So that helps too. It's not as much energy he's exerting on that side if we're speaking on the potential of both sides. So I think that is a good fit, which is why I don't want him to go there.
He's like anywhere but there.
Venture. It really just depends who the Giants get, honestly. If we're making sense.
Man.
It depends. You said
R.I.P.
it
if he
depends
go
on
there.
who, on the giant, on who NYG gets.
Yeah, because he could potentially land there too. Because the Giants got a lot of spots as well that they kind of need to fill
Man,
up.
if he go there, R.I.P.
Poor kid.
For real. Nigga might ever run and say, "Yeah, I'm cool." That's what picking. Josh Sweat re-signed to the Eagles, 4 years, 76 M's,
How much?
76 million.
Did that just happen today?
Yep.
I'm mad at that. I like
See?
that.
See? Well, he didn't ask for a trade, huh? He didn't ask for a trade. He just let free agency play out for him.
Yeah. That nigga just won a Super Bowl. He chilling. Josh Palmer to the Bills, 36 million for 3 years.
Just another target, I guess. I don't know if anybody just I mean, my opinion, I feel like it's gonna be the same Bills team from last year, honestly. Like it's they just substitute.
If that.
Yeah, because they didn't know if Coop was coming back, so they just had to pick up.
Is Coop coming back?
Coop's
He gone?
Mhm.
He probably toast anyway. I ain't gonna lie.
He gonna go to the. He might go to the sorry ass
He
Patriots.
probably cool, like little receiver 3 for somebody, maybe a contender or something. Receiver 3 or 4 at this point in his career.
Yeah, Coop. I don't know what's next to Coop. Feel bad for him.
He had some damn good years though. I feel like even at his peak he was a little disrespected.
100% was.
I mean, I know Ragu don't feel the same, but
Oh,
Amari Cooper.
he was all right. He was all right.
So this was interesting. I actually meant to bring this up when we were I think we were talking about Higgins. I thought about Chris Godwin because apparently he just signed a $60 million for 3-year deal to stay in Tampa because he, liked the culture that they have. But his market was far bigger than what he signed for, according to the reports. He took a lot less than what, he could have got elsewhere or could have, tried to manhandle Tampa for. So I was thinking like, damn, like, is it possible Higgins does something like that or is willing to do something like that? I'm not a fan of that type of spit because, as I told Ragu when I did his show sometime last year, I feel like that's the players doing the GM's job for them, and I don't like that. I feel like scouts do your job. That's where that saying came from when I started saying that. So I don't like it, but I respect the man's decision. If if he's like, I don't want to go to some sorry team and get paid a bunch of money, but we losing every week. Some niggas just can't deal with that, just ego wise. Like that don't sit right in my spirit.
I mean, sometimes
if we being honest, Mike Evans ain't on the other side on other teams either.
Right.
Facts.
Which I mean, y'all might disagree. He couldn't go nowhere and be a number one because the Bills was gonna offer him 50.
I think he would have balled. I think he would have. I think he got the capability.
You think so? I don't know.
I'm not saying he'd be like top 10 receiver in the league or nothing like that, but
yeah, most definitely.
he'd be on the low tier end of receiver ones. But I still think you can get 1,100-1,200 out of him.
Yeah, if he can stay up,
especially in the 17.
Past 2 years, he just been like,
damn. Why weren't now that you say that, if that was a thing, why weren't the Bills more aggressive? Like offer him something he can't refuse. Because Lord knows they need a receiver one.
They might have, and he chose
comfortability.
Yeah, yep, comfort. Yep. All money ain't good money.
I'm about to say some players are just homebodies.
Yeah, because then now everybody finna be slandering me when I do have an off week or something because they trying to defend this guy that we've been babying at quarterback. So I can see that.
All money ain't good money, man.
Especially in a city like that, you know what I'm saying? Looking in the DMs, getting racist comments every week, possibly, spit like that. So maybe he chose his mental health over dollar signs.
Nothing wrong with that.
How'd you got to do that?
Yeah.
Hassan Reddick also is going to Tampa.
Who?
Don't do that, cool.
I didn't hear what you said. I really didn't. No, I really didn't hear what you said. No, who you say going to Tampa?
Hassan Reddick.
Oh damn, I forgot about it.
1 year.
Is he gonna play though?
They gave him 1 year for $14 million.
Nice little addition on their defense.
Yeah, $12 million guaranteed.
I wonder how much money he lost with that whole Jets thing.
No,
I mean he's gotten paid.
He lost several million.
He lost a couple million, Jay.
But he's made a lot of millions since that as well. So
it'll be all right. That still has pocket.
Hey man, imagine me sitting here feeling bad and a nigga just touched 28 million in the last 365 days.
Exactly.
I just wonder, like, what happened for him not to want to play there. Like, was it like a contract dilemma? Like, was it
Jets?
Yeah,
because he left the Eagles in the first place because they wouldn't give him a deal. So he got traded to the Jets, thinking, okay, they traded for me. They know I want a deal, so clearly they traded for me to give me a deal. And then the Jets didn't want to give him a deal, or at least not the deal that he wanted. So then it was like, all right, well, nigga, I'm sitting out, just like I was about to do with them. It was really that simple. And then the Jets ended up saying, okay, we'll pay you. Like, I don't know if they were able to waive his fines or not, but I know they paid him because they started doing sorry as hell. And that's why he played the rest of the season. And now he got another deal. So
see how good he is this year.
Yeah, we'll see. That's probably why it's a 1 year deal. Like, let's see how you do.
See what he does this year, and then that'll make.
Because if I'm not mistaken, he's still not 30 yet, right? He's like,
he's 28,
like 28, 29.
Yeah, he's still
30. Turns 31 in September.
Oh, 30.
Oh, he is 30. Oh, damn.
But still, this still could be a prove it year. You know what I mean? So
yeah.
So with that 1 year contract, so I'm not mad at that.
And then we have a new highest paid corner ever. My guy that I was saying should leave all damn year. And I said the free. J.C. Horn signs a $100 million contract with the Panthers.
Ooh.
Damn, that's
Shout out JC Horn, I guess.
Shout
Shout
out
out to
my
his
nigga
agent.
Gucci.
Shout to his agent.
Yeah. I know Sertain and all them. It's like, way to go, brother.
He
Dude,
might make
never
a lot of
lie.
value for quarterbacks.
Hey, your boy Keenan Mitchell, who was just the runner-up for Rookie
What?
Defensive Player of the Year.
Quayon, yeah.
That nigga rubbing his hands like Birdman.
It's interesting.
But
I
JC
like-
is like that though. Like,
oh, yeah,
you know what I'm
100%.
saying? He deserves every penny,
Especially
especially on that team.
At times, it gets
He's like really like the quiet lockdown corner for real. He really is.
Oh yeah.
I know we're not on predictions yet, but I do think this could be one of them sleeper teams next year that
I gotta see-
surprise people.
Gotta see what else they do.
And
So,
Bright, I mean, look, it seems like the Panthers got some sense and said, no, we keeping Bryce. That nigga ain't going nowhere. So if they really truly give him his shot this year, set him up right, I could see them making some noise this year. I'm not saying Super Bowl run or nothing like that, but I could see them
but they can
surprising
make
people.
it'll be a lot better than last year. Previous couple of years.
I mean,
Whether that's 8-8 or 8-9.
yeah, I'm gonna say last couple of years ain't saying much.
I know that's what I'm saying.
But to be fair, Jay, I'm not gonna lie. The last half of the season, even in the losses, the Panthers were looking a lot better. Like
Didn't they
they
lose
looked like an actual football team. Did you remember like the Eagles and Chiefs game?
I was just about to bring that up.
Like, yeah,
Yeah, because they only lost by like one score to the Eagles. If I'm not
those are
mistaken.
both one-score games, and they definitely like were right there. You know, had a chance to win those games. Put the ball in Bryce's hand at the end. He gave him a chance. You know, he got down there. They just didn't seal it. But yeah, we'll get to that when predictions come around. But I see them. I see them making a little noise. For the 2 or 3 of you, however many, give an F about baseball. Have y'all heard about the
Just
ESPN MLB situation that apparently they ended their deal?
yes. Damn. Ended damn. Well, that was. I was looking forward to I was looking forward to my ESPN baseball this year.
Did you hear about that?
Did not. I didn't.
Ragu.
I thought I heard something about it, but not much, man.
Damn, then because they're
Yeah,
only
apparently they I think it was the number that the MLB was asking for was ESPN felt it was too much.
Wow.
Well, don't forget too. They also just gave Stephen A. 100 million plus.
Well, this was even before that,
Oh,
but
before
yeah,
all
I mean
that.
Stephen A's been talking
But
about
so what? There's not going to be any baseball on?
That-
What-
no
Bro,
baseball,
that's-
no MLB at least.
Ragu. That means if they don't have it on ESPN, that means we gotta fucking go to TBS and
Turner Sport, and you got to remember Turner just lost the NBA, so maybe that's supposed to be the
It's
placement there.
Oh, that's
Turner
what they
and
going to
Bally
do?
Sports, two different things, right?
Say it again, Jay.
Turner and Bally Sports, those are two different companies, right?
I don't even know who Valley Sports is.
You know,
Valley.
they're with
Valley.
hold on, let me make sure I'm pronouncing this right. They're signed with some fucking gambling. Bally Sports.
Valley Sports.
Yeah, you never heard of Bally Sports? They used to do NBA games. They're connected with FanDuel.
I just seen that right now. Yeah, no, I don't think they're with Turner.
Okay, I don't know. All
Turner
these
got like Bleacher Report, and
NBA,
they don't got NBA no more. But
yeah, that contract expires this year though, doesn't it? Or they done?
yeah, the MLB ends at the end of the season too, though.
Dang. TV deals be complicated.
Is baseball in like a because I thought, I know some years ago they were saying baseball was like kind of dying, but it's like, have the numbers been bad? Like, what?
No,
now that
not
y'all
these
know,
not these honestly, I feel like the shift, the change for baseball for me, I don't think ratings never really died. We'll say it took a slight break. And honestly, ever since some of the rule changes, the game, like I said, the game goes by a lot faster now.
so why would ESPN choose this time to say like,
I have no idea.
yeah, y'all number is too high?
ESPN either knows something or they got their head shoved all the way up there. You know what? But bro, if you watched a baseball game last year, a game will start at 5 o'clock and it's projected to go to 8:30, but it gets out quick.
But
And
then
now, go ahead, Jay Will. My bad.
but this could also be one of those things too, where it's like, okay, they're saying this, but one side may just crack down on it and just have to sign a contract they don't want to sign.
Yeah, because the MLB is still looking for a deal
why now?
as of right now, from what I heard. But I mean, I would think that would make sense for Turner. You know what I'm saying? With them losing the NBA due to not being able to afford the NBA, you should be able to afford this. You know what I mean? Like, but who knows? Maybe the NBA was like their precious baby, and that was what was keeping the lights on for their sports division. Who knows? And they are about to get Colorado games because ESPN gave them the rights to, I guess, some of their biggest national.
I did see that. I was like, damn.
Yeah, that was the part of the inside the NBA trade-off.
So MLB only has like the local deals with all the different teams.
They're still searching for. Yeah, they have that, but they're still. If I'm not mistaken, that's with Fox. But they're searching for a new home as of right now for next year.
And they can't do TNT because that's basketball.
TNT isn't basketball no more.
Oh, that's right. Those motherfuckers. That's so. Damn.
TNT is Turner.
Damn, I don't know though, man. Baseball on. I mean, I wouldn't mind, but that's just.
And
I'm just so used to it being
streaming changed the game, man.
It really did.
That's where we at.
Even and Marv, I'm sure you can attest to this. Even with the old WWE pay-per-views, remember, Time Warner Cable or Direct, they used to be like $59.99 when you ordered the pay-per-view, but now with all these streaming apps, you can, as long as you have the app, you can just watch the pay-per-view with nothing else involved. I'm like, well, where was this in 2005 and all that?
That'd be
nice.
I remember growing up as like a little kid. I could never watch the pay-per-views because we couldn't afford it. But I wish we had something like that now.
Bro, that's what I'm like.
I didn't have the basic cable. I couldn't watch the Laker and Clipper games.
Oh, damn.
So when your player came into my town, that's when I got to see you.
At least you got to watch like the Lakers, but the Clippers, I know you've seen some bad Clipper basketball.
My mom was a Clipper fan. That was the only reason I was watching that.
Sorry.
I'm not gonna say was. My mom is. Yeah, my mom is like one of the few loyal Clipper fans that I've ever known in my life to this day. Like, I don't know why she chose the Clippers. I don't know if it was some rebellious fit because she's from the East Coast and said, I ain't going Lakers, but she came here in the 80s and said, I'm a Clipper fan.
Have you tried to convert her?
I mean, like, when we're in the championship and stuff, she'll root for us, but her team is the Clippers. Like, she get Clipper gear, jerseys, hat, all that. Like, she's a Clipper fan. She doesn't hate the Lakers, but she Clippered out.
At least she ain't one of them type that hate the Lakers because we got them.
Yeah.
Be like, why are you here?
The freaking Angels. The freaking Angels of basketball.
And then last but not least, we got the class of 2025 Hall of Fame finalists for basketball. So I'm gonna give y'all some of the notables. For NBA players, I seen Melo, Dwight, And then for the women, I see Sue Bird, Maya Moore, Sylvia Fowles, another NBA guy, Buck Williams. I might be Ragu's there.
I know about Buck Williams. Y'all don't?
And Marquise Johnson. Those are the finalists as of right now. Oh, for coaches, Billy Donovan, Mark Few, and Jerry Welsh.
Shout out to Donovan at Florida, not the.
Oh, and just for fun nature, Danny Crawford is also a finalist for referees.
Yeah, I can tell you wanted to laugh before you finished that sentence.
That's because that's hella surprising.
That is crazy. I've never heard that. I've heard of a punter, but a referee.
But let's get to the split, man. Melo, Dwight, first ballot Hall of Famers. I know our split isn't our split isn't the quite hardest to get into, I guess. Pause.
Yes,
Come on.
yes, and yes.
Oh, goodness gracious, JC, my brother. Hey.
Can I host
Come
Coop
on,
in peace?
Jason.
Ah, damn.
Look,
Like, wait a minute.
down.
So, Ragu, talk to us in your edition of Y'all Ain't Old Enough. Talk to us about Buck Williams.
Buck Williams,
I see he's a double-double guy. He averaged a double-double for his career.
crashed the board, tough defender on the post, crashed the boards, not much of a scorer, but would hit the open. You couldn't just leave them open.
Mm-hmm.
One of them solid 80s, 90s players, man. Yeah. Mostly, though, his name, he made his name for crashing the boards. He was going to get you 10-plus rebounds.
And his numbers show it.
He was going to get you 10-plus rebounds, for sure.
Is he a Hall of Famer?
I don't think he is, but they might. People might, from his era, they might.
Yeah, knowing how soft this Hall of Fame is, huh?
Yeah, that's why I'm kind of disappointed.
Yeah.
It's just,
Spit don't even be as fun talking about the Basketball Hall of Fame as when we talking football.
at this point, it's like, what does it mean to be an NBA Hall of Famer? Like,
Damn, that's a.
like you're a good player. Don't get me wrong, but like,
And it's a basketball Hall of Fame, right? It's not even.
Yeah, it is basketball.
It's the basketball.
I'm gonna be so disgusted when
The
Kyle
NBA
Lowry-
is supposed to be the best pool in the world, you know?
Yeah.
I feel like if you average 20 a game for your career, you're pretty much going to make it at this point.
It's just, I guess, a part of me does not want to see a Kyle Lowry Hall of Fame speech in 2030.
Mm-hmm. Hell.
Yeah, you're going to get it, unfortunately. The question is, are they going to put him in first ballot? And that's probably where I would draw the line.
I was going to say, they can't get first ballot.
Honestly, JC, I feel like you had a better time talking about who was snubbed.
Let me ask y'all this. If you are, and I plan on, me and Coop talked about it a little bit, I plan on doing an episode where we do our own Basketball Hall of Fame of who's in and who's not. So I do plan on doing that at some point.
Mm-hmm.
But let me ask y'all this. If you are arguably, not even, 100%, but you're just arguably the greatest player in a franchise's history, should that get you a ticket to be a first ballot Hall of Famer?
In your franchise's history?
And you're arguably the best player in your franchise's history.
Yes.
Depends on how old that franchise is.
Yeah. And some of these franchises are terrible, though. They've just not had good players. That's a good question. My first thought is because we should be rid of all of them garbage franchises by now. Like everybody should have had an era where they were decent by now.
Well, since you say that, the franchise I'm talking about right now is Toronto.
I thought,
And
that's
it can be said Larry has an argument if we take everything into account of the best player in their history or greatest in their history.
Yeah.
It's an argument there.
Woo.
okay, I hear you, JC, but like, what about the Hornets? Who's their best player all time?
That was a little tough because that's two different franchises.
That's what I'm saying. Like, I'm trying to fit your narrative.
That's the Pels and the Hornets. So between them two, it's like, which Hornets are you talking about? Are you talking about literally just teams that were in Charlotte? Are you talking about when they, you know what I mean?
I gotta learn that entire history because I don't even know how.
I mean, off the top of my head, like if we're talking Charlotte,
I'm thinking Bobcats. Connected to the Hornets now. That's what I'm thinking always.
So you got to go. This is names I'm just throwing out there. You got to go Larry Johnson. You got to go Kemba. Because I'm pretty sure if you look at his points he scored for them, he's probably number 1 or 2.
Lonzo Mourning.
Zoe is in there. For just Charlotte, I'm not going. So I'm gonna leave Chris Paul out. I mean, that would be it, right? Like,
yeah, and then the question would be how many of those, if any, do you think should be Hall of Famers in your mind?
If we do our own spit,
yeah, if we do our own stuff,
Zoe, Larry, and
because Kemba like borderline.
Kemba. See, Ragu could probably speak to Grandmama a little better than me. Because he watched that with his own eyes, and I'm kind of just going off of research. Yeah, just research. But immediately, if I'm being honest, and Ragu might not like this, but no. And only because I feel like if you're a Hall of Famer, you are a one of one. You did something. You left basketball better than it was before you walked in. You were generational, arguably something we've never seen before. Franchise type of guy.
You changed the game.
Yeah, you changed the game in some kind of way, or you were extremely dominant at whatever it is you were good at. And I don't know if I can put Zoe in any of the names, Kemba included, any of those guys we just named in that category. If it was my standard.
That's how I feel about Kemba, because like
You want
Kemba
one?
really just.
But that would go to Ragu's point of what franchise are we talking about? The Hornets don't have a lot of. They don't have a lot of guys. And if you include the Pels, then it's like, okay, now you can bring in AD and Chris Paul. But
that's kind of been in the
yeah, it's like I don't know. Chris Paul and AD. Chris Paul, I would say first ballot, no question. AD, I feel like there will be a question if he's first ballot.
AD, really?
Based on my standards. Yeah, that's like NFL type of spit. You know what I'm saying? Like, niggas like AD should be like, is he first ballot? You know what I'm saying? Like, of course, right now, it's not even a question. But it should be like, is AD first ballot? We know he's a Hall of Famer, but is he first ballot? That should be the question.
100%. Because there's a lot of great guys in the NFL who's still not a Hall of Famer. Like Reggie Wayne, not a Hall of Famer.
We were just talking about it the last time we was on here, or one of the last episodes we did. We were talking about guys like that.
And see, I wanted to use the Grizzlies at first, but then I had to remember about the Gasol brothers. So I was like, I can't really use them in that scenario because obviously
they've been sorry as hell. Who have they had?
That's
like
you
said. The Gasol brothers. There's the Gasol brothers, Zebo, Morant. Now, who have they had? Mike Conley.
That's why I was kind of referring to your question that it kind of just depends on the franchise itself. Because if you're saying like shit, the best player on like one of those franchises deserve it, some of these guys don't have that, that player threshold to even say that for. You know what I mean? Like if you take Marc Gasol out of Memphis, who could you really justify being in the Hall of Fame on that, franchise ever?
Zach Randolph.
I'm not putting Zach Randolph in the Hall of Fame.
He might make it one day, but I agree with Jay Will.
He'd be one of those guys who make it in like 2050. Basically like Buck Williams. He'd be a Buck Williams.
I mean, Powell played for them.
Yeah, I guess.
I think Powell made it first ballot. I didn't agree with that.
It's
I
nasty.
did not agree with that.
How? Who?
Gasol.
Oksar.
I did not think Pau Gasol had a first ballot Hall of Fame career. You wasn't on spit before you stepped in that purple and gold. And to be fair, I think he had the one decent season with Chicago. Other than that, you didn't do spit after you left the purple and gold.
Decent.
Made that
Jay
and
Will,
one
like I
layup.
remember that.
He made that and one layup that night.
The
Goddamn.
numbers were good, all right, Jay.
He remembered that. He was like, correction, buddy.
See, my bad. I be bringing back trauma for this nigga Jay Will to spit on accident.
He made that motherfucking and one when KG and them fouled the shit out of him in Game 7, though.
That should
He's a
make
Hall of Fame player just because of that play alone. And the how fucking loud I yelled at the TV when he did that shit. I damn near jumped in the screen.
It was like, you motherfucker.
I love Pau Ragu. Just like I love Fisher.
You know the and one I'm talking about?
Yep.
I
I remember that spit. Gasol had some moments with us for sure. Like, and I'm forever indebted to Powell because he cemented, and he beat the Celtics. Like, there's nothing else I could say. Like, you beat the Celtics and you had a damn good performance every time you played them. So
his name in my household is Boom Boom.
boom, boom.
Yeah. Backstory to that is
Elaborate a little more. Okay.
Black Eyed Peas had the song out at the time that boom boom,
Boom,
pow.
boom.
Remember they used to
Oh,
say
yeah.
Boom.
So with his name being Powell, we nicknamed him
I
Boom.
got that boom, boom, pow.
Yeah. You could ask my kids right now if you called any of my kids and was like, "Who is Boom Boom?" They'll be like, Powell the song. Exactly. He's part of the family.
But you know what that type of career gets you, Ragu? Your jersey in the rafters. That's what that's for.
Mm-hmm.
But our rafters only accommodate Hall of Fame. Everybody up there is in the hall, brother.
I'm like, okay, so are you saying Fisher wouldn't deserve a jersey retirement? I feel like there's a couple guys that have an exception, and it would be those two.
Hey, I'm with you. I love Fish. Pause. But if you're not in the Basketball Hall of Fame, you can't go up on the wall at crypto.
To me, it depends on the number. Like 2 is such a big number to retire just for a Derek Fisher.
You can't.
Look, that's easy for y'all niggas to say. You don't understand having a guy who helped win 5 championships for a franchise. So that's why I understand the non-Laker fans not having that connection and just being like, what? Like, y'all be talking about him like, what? But yeah, when you have that emotional connection, most y'all franchises don't got 5 championships. Yours do because of one guy, but most franchises don't even have that. He got that on his own.
It's tough, man. Maybe if he was wearing like number 34, but number 2, I don't know, man.
34 is
Somebody else wore 34.
It's already retired.
I forgot. Lakers got a lot of people retired. That's good. Or hung up. Excuse me.
For some reason,
Just Hall of Famers.
You saying just Hall of Famers? That's probably still like 30 people.
No, it ain't that many.
I mean, I'm exaggerating, but you know what I mean. Like, that's still a lot of people. LA history.
But it's weird because Boston,
Thanks.
for some reason,
Thanks.
it's impossible to find a number in Boston. and they Hall of Famers don't hold a candle to ours.
I agree.
So I never understood that one. It's so why is it so hard to find a number over there more so than it is on LA?
Because they retired the numbers early from all them old when they barely was letting black people play basketball.
Facts.
They retired all them numbers and shit they really was doing something.
They need to revise some of them spits. Like, all right, like let's be for real.
If there was any hate on motherfuckers not playing in the league at the time, then give all them damn jersey numbers back.
Facts.
And if it was only like 8 teams in the league, then get the goddamn jersey numbers back.
Yeah.
I mean, come on, man.
Nah, you can't let nobody wear number 6 though on Boston. That's where I would draw the line.
Yeah, 6.
Fucking Ragu.
You gotta leave number 6 alone at least.
It's like 12, 18 league. These niggas won 6 championships. Come on, man. That's like a church league.
And then they probably just gave everybody that was on the team a jersey.
I was about to say that too from that era.
Man.
They got 8 championships.
Shit, some of the shit ain't even filmed. We all know some of these niggas is trash. You know what I mean?
But all right, man. That was a fun one. I hope I didn't miss anybody as far as signings or trading releases or anything. If I did, we'll talk about it next week or the next time that we all see each other, man. Appreciate my brothers pulling up, man, having a good episode. And any last words y'all got, man, heading into the free agency era?
It's already been a wild one so far for some.
Absolutely.
Hey, it's a roller coaster. As soon as we get off of here, something else gonna happen. So that's
as always.
I've been checking for it.
I think cool over there refreshing.
Damn, real quick, JC, my because I just texted my friend like an hour ago about when the Dre Greenlaw thing went down, and he texted me, "Well, fuck, now what?"
Who's this team?
He's a Niners fan.
They kind of
tell him what we be telling you every week to settle in. That's all you got to do. That spit is over with.
Real quick, I don't know if we covered
especially once y'all give Purdy that 50 M's.
Do you think that's good? Do you really? That's crazy. Do you think he's really going to get that full signing?
Yes.
Yeah.
Absolutely. And as a Rams fan, I'm 1,000% behind it. He deserves every penny.
Damn.
Is that a sarcastic? He deserves every penny.
I said you didn't get the gist. I said as a Rams fan.
Yeah, all right. I'll check the smirk. The smirk said it all.
Ragu's like, I ain't slick. We slick.
I would love that.
Jesus.
But
hey,
thank y'all for tuning in the way y'all have been, man. What happened, Ragu?
Maybe Rodgers ends up in San Francisco for a year or two.
I want chips from Noah.
Or Cousins.
I can see that. I can see that. I like that. I like you throwing that out there before we get off. False.
I mean, because if they don't want to get $50 million, they don't want to get a man that's $50 million, then they're going to do something.
Awful. Like, it's only been
good to see you too, Jay Will.
It's only been you today, man.
Hey, Will, not you too, bro. You usually don't even indulge in this type of
usually it's like Rob, but sometimes it's stupid. Like today, man, it's just like, come on.
We got more positives from JC than any of us. And Marv was quiet. Marv was good. Marv didn't say a word.
Marv's face was saying it all. He was talking without talking for sure. But appreciate my brothers, man. Love y'all. Thank you to the fans, man. Y'all been going crazy on the audio podcast, man. The download numbers be like over halfway through what we did last year. So appreciate y'all. Keep running it up on the Spotify.
Thank you.
Once again, hey JC. Once again, prayers to you, dude, man. Give him my love too, man. So
appreciate you, bro.
If you need something, call me. You got my number. Call me.
Absolutely, man. I appreciate y'all.
One love to y'all.
Absolutely, my brother. Just win, baby, in peace, man.
It Big Baby Trust. Go Rams, go Lakers, go Dodgers. Peace. See y'all later.
it's changing. House party cracking on because T Green had to beat for your boy too. Fisher 15's freshman, I was fresh then, still is.